The Out There channel.
Please sub and share.
Searching for the truth. UFOs, aliens, greys and ufology. Real images, real stories, real videos, real cases, researched and investigated by professionals in the field and cutting-edge discoveries. Multiple witnesses, abduction accounts brought to you by Team The Out There channel. Good to be back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
Yo, who's out there? Anybody alive? This time of night in the UK or USA? UK, that would be early in the morning. So, Secureteam finally put up something. So we'll have a look over that. Hey, countryman. Is it? Oh, yeah. Let me just bring it up. Yep, it's all working. Just started. Pretty good. The juicing's working really well. I feel less sick. I've lost weight. And the horrible pills don't interact as bad. I suspect the pills take out nutrients. They overact at liver and kidneys. So yeah, I'm getting better. All the side effects of pills, I'd rather get off them. But yeah, my eyes are good. Might be all the carrot juice. So what was I going to do? Worst cost in 10 years. Yeah, that sounds like Corona. But I think the bird flu was like that too. Okay. I wasn't expecting you to be around actually. Let me just mute myself here. I got the feedback going so I can check the audio. Because I don't expect too many people to be on middle of the week, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I better post up the side bits and go through it all, I guess. Perhaps you should try doing the juicing. The amount of vitamins and things in there would help you get over that virus, I reckon. But you need a Breville juicer. Those things are they're quite fun to work actually. Cleaning up is not too bad either. It's easy to clean. But yeah, it creates a lot of pulp, which you'd have to throw away or feed it on your garden, like we do. So we're doing Secureteam Apollo nonsense again. He's making a series of it apparently. So we'll just go over that. Also some other stuff that's been put up on the web. since my last look. And there's my webpage with all the links and places you can donate if you want to help. Pin. Drink a litre of cranberry juice. Yeah, I'm not too sure if that really helps. There's a lot of sugar in it. You can't beat creating the juice yourself. So the mixing of the veggies and the fruits. So what I do is I make juice of 1 orange, 2 apples, a couple of sticks of celery. Maybe you should put a couple of leaves of spinach in it, although that's optional. What else? Half a cucumber. Lots of water in cucumber. And what else did I miss? Carrots, of course. At least 3 or 4 carrots. And they make it... It's amazing how much juice you can get from really crisp apples and orange and celery and cucumber. You can add some extra water to it if you need to, but normally you don't have to. It tastes better. Sounds like a good idea. Yeah, it is. But you need the juicer, and they're not cheap. But you need to get a decent juicer. So you do get a wee bit of fibre through the filter, but that's generally micronutrients in that frothy bit. And if you let it sit in the fridge, it separates anyway. But yeah, just stir it up and drink it all, because it's all good for you. Gives you the craps though. It does detox you. So the first week your body adjusts to it, and you yeah, it's amazing. But yeah, like in 2 days I've lost 2 kgs. But that normally happens to start with, and it slows down. But then I just have a regular meal, although I try to avoid meat. So I might have boiled eggs and 3 bits of toast. 2 boiled eggs, 3 bits of toast, or beans on toast. Then you can put a slice of cheese on top of that too if you want to. Or 3 bits of cheese on toast, or just alternate it each day so it doesn't get too boring, and it's amazing how you don't get so hungry. Normally you start off being hungry, but you get adjusted to it. The idea is to reduce calories, but if you're not overweight, then you can just do the juicing just for the health kicks, right? But yeah, I've got to lose some weight because I put on lockdown weight, you see, and already I'm finding a difference in my pain in the back. It's not so severe. Muscle cramps is mostly gone, although the pills do cause it to happen for some reason. I think it's because it sucks out folic acid out of you. And your eyesight definitely improves. Your night vision. It's just amazing, really. Hey, Jasper. So, we'll see how it goes and see how much weight I can lose. And I'll see what health benefits I get from it. And see what the doctor will say next time I see him. I'm already reduced half my insulin by half by doing it, even though you expect lots of sugars in juicing. The insulin counteracts it, and it sort of works throughout the whole day. So my sugar levels are becoming normal. Blood sugar levels are becoming normal. And I don't have to drink caffeine and all that, although I do have a wee bit of cola here today for the live stream. I just don't need to drink as much as I used to with tea and stuff. I think tea has a lot of tannins in it, which causes can cause a bit of stomach upset, and also coffee has a lot of acid in it. So I try and avoid caffeine because I don't really need it. But yeah, at night time it is nice just to relax for a bit of maybe grey eel or something like that, with some lemon squeezed into it, and no milk or sugar. Although it's a bit hard, and maybe you need one artificial sugar in it. But yeah, you get used to it. I suppose you could put a little bit of sugar in it. It wouldn't really matter. But yeah, you can't beat natural sugars from fruit versus cane sugar and all that sort of business. And artificial sugar is just bad for you, not full stop. But yeah, probably been drinking a lot of artificial sugar for the last 15 years, and it hasn't killed me yet, but it might have the ongoing effects, you know. Gradually builds up. You never know what it causes, breaks down in the body, do you? Yeah, I used to drink Pepsi Max. Used to be my favourite, but they kept mucking around the formula, or it took too long to come to New Zealand, and it sort of breaks down in the bottle. Basically, the artificial sugar breaks down to 2 proteins, and it loses its sweetness. But what I found is it actually makes it taste like ice and sugar. It goes super sweet and has a strange flavour, because they mix it with other things. But yeah, would be good if they got away from corn syrup that they put in soft drinks. I think that's what this has caused a lot of diabetes in the world, because a lot of kids drink soda, right? And back in the early days, we didn't realise how bad it was for us, but it's a bit late now that we're older. You know, it's getting older and wiser, and better research and less cover-ups, you know, like the tobacco industry covered up all the research how bad cigarettes are. So I'm pretty sure the sweetness are probably the same thing. There'd be a lot of cover-up there. Yes, can't beat natural anyway. What was your behaviour? I didn't actually look at much of the chat because I was so busy, and the chat was whizzing by. Yeah, I might, you know, I might get to the stage where I might have to slow it down sometimes, put a timer on it so people don't comment endlessly. One of my high school teachers, not even overweight or anything, died of that. Undiagnosed blood sugar severe. Yeah, there's a lot of skinny people that are diabetic and they don't even realise it. I wasn't diabetic until I hit like 32 later in life, despite all this sugar I used to consume as a kid. But I might have been undiagnosed for years and not even knowing it. But I think I was borderline up to mid-20s. And then it sort of went backwards after that. But yeah, I have regular blood tests like every 3 months anyway, because of the pills I'm on can destroy kidneys. That's why I want to get off on the go. But yeah, better carry on with the UFO stuff. Looks like we're only going to get 3 of yous on, even though it says 2 at the moment. Who we got? So we got Countryman, Jasper. Who else did I see? Countryman's here. Countryman, Jasper. I think that's only 2, isn't it? Not even shorts. They should post like 5-minute videos. I think that would be a good idea. Shorts are suck. And they're a bastard to make too, because you have to do it in portrait. So yeah. Why would I want to do shorts though? Hey, starting in 20 minutes. Yeah, I've not had any luck with shorts. I've already got a few up there. Some I tried to add, wouldn't even go, even though it wasn't within the right specs. Google's shorts suck. They're just trying to copy TikTok. TikTok is like the worst place ever, and the UFO stuff on it is just shocking. There's a lot of shills on it. But anyway, speaking of shills, GUFON is attacking again. So just bring that up. So first thing I log on this morning, I read this shit from him. He thinks I'm stealing stuff from him. It's hilarious, guys. It really is. As if I need to steal anything from that loser, right? That's what I said. Okay, so it goes back to I better find the post. Scroll up. So I told you he watches me. That was Secureteam, right? So, you know, all that was freshly researched live, as you saw as I went through it. He didn't include the ones I debunked he put on his Twitter. But now he's telling people hair scratches and black and white dust on film is shooting UFOs from holes in craters. So I'll debunk that sometime this week too. Well, today actually. Hopefully. Maybe Kubrick added them when he faked the moon landing for a laugh. And I always said, going back years, look, I've proven time and time again moon landings are legit. Because I've shown you the Chinese footage and they've been up there for a wee while now. They can show you the tracks and the landing sites, right? However, I believe with the space race, they could have made some fake footage to air on TV if some disaster happened. Otherwise, if they all died, right, they wouldn't want to broadcast on TV, so they quickly switch to faking a landing because it was the space race and they wanted the Russians to believe they got on there first. Or if they failed to fool the Russians, blah blah blah. And GUFON comes down here attacking me today. That's what I said. You stole that idea from me. Now, anyone that's been watching me for many years will know I've actually said that a few times. Because I add that balance in. Because, you know, there have been people say things that they saw it being recorded and stuff. And we can't rule it out. And of course, Australia were feeding the feed to USA, and then they were capturing it off a normal TV camera because it was the wrong format and retransmitting it. So they had plenty of time where they could have switched out stuff if it went all totally wrong, right? So it's very possible. So he says, this is what I said, you stole that idea from me, which is total nonsense. Nobody watches your Podcrack show and James Fox doesn't even know you exist. Your ego is so big, like your head is bulging, it's going to pop like a sit. Looks like a sit about to pop. You stole that idea from me again. He's a total attention seeker, isn't he? And a drama king, or queen, I should say, as always. Okay, so James Fox was actually friends with me on Facebook until I deleted it. So we were talking sometimes back and forth over a couple of years, even though he's pretty much ignoring the mojo stuff that I was trying to get him to look at. He's got his own sort of debunkers that he relies on, which are wrong about mojo. Although mojo's a wee bit, you know, like most sky watchers, over keen. Everything they see, they think is a UFO now, when it could be military exercises and stuff. But yeah, some of his footage is interesting and legit from what I can see, and I don't think he would be faking it, but we can't rule out other people pranking him in a distance, of course, with lights and stuff and drones. That's often the case with people that get to know you in the neighborhood and know that you skywatch, and they've sent up some drones with flashing lights on it just to fool you. So we can't ever rule that out. And of course, releasing these LED balloons and flying kites as well is another thing they might prank skywatchers with. So to say a skywatcher is actually hoaxing it may not be true. So we always got to keep that balance in mind too. So yeah, he's being a gross person here, and I said back to him, obviously what I just said, I stole nothing from you, idiot. James Fox was friends on Facebook till I deleted Facebook for a good 1 or 2 years. He's anti-Trumper. He's not such a good guy for ufology though. My ego, laugh out loud. If anything, you stole content of me and you keep misleading your fans of stuff I debunked. So we'll see where that goes. He's a complete moron, that guy. But we actually got some clips to play of him today, oddly enough, and we'll go over that to show what a complete moron he is and why no one should actually be listening to him, even if he's right 10% of the time. That's right, they only accept phone videos for shorts. Yeah, you have to run it through editor and mess around with it, you know. If you do a live show to make a short of it, portrait's like one eye. I've talked about it before. When you film in portrait, it's like one eye. You know how people zoom in or move around, they can't keep the object in frame because it's one eye. So you rotate it landscape, it's two eyes, and you can keep an object in frame a lot easier, and you improve the quality, of course. And of course it makes it easier if Fox News ever uses it, your footage, right? If you've got it on one eye, they've got to put that fuzzy filter thing each side of it to pad it out. Who wrote this? That's bad. GUFON. Did you not see GUFON's logo? You don't know GUFON, do you? GUFON's this guy here. I've got him queued up for today. Here, GUFON Radio. That's what he used to be called. But yeah, we got to play some of his stuff today. So this guy here, you're well aware of him now. He thinks I've got a big ego. So what's his ego? Because his is like the biggest I've ever seen on ufology. Keeps bragging that he's always right. But yeah, we'll just go over that eventually. We've also got Tyler coming up, and so we'll go over that now, and let's see what we can do. I haven't had time to research anything like I did last time, so but it'd be fairly obvious, I think, that it's bullshit. So it took him 2 weeks to make this episode, and exposed alien activity during Apollo 10 moon. So there's actually aliens walking around. No. No close-up high quality definition of aliens. No, just little specks on the screen, right? So let's kick this off. Okay, there we go. So he says it's part 1. And what's funny is he used none of the debunks that I did on Twitter in this episode. And I'm just wondering if it's going to show up at all now. I'm pretty sure he watches me and monitors what I'm doing and exposing him. But we'll read the comments too. It's pretty sad, the comments. So unmute.
10 Houston, over.
How's the volume levels?
Roger, Houston, Apollo 10, you can tell the world that we have arrived.
Roger, 10, it's good to hear from you.
You wouldn't believe this thing.
We got John coming through nicely on the tube. What was the 3 fingers for?
Oh, very suspicious. Let's just go back on that one. So this is how they create their stories. They take out clips out of context.
We got John coming through nicely on.
3 fingers? It's not 3 fingers, is it? 2 fingers. So what does that mean normally? I know the rockers use it, don't they? Like music bands where they hold up in Texas, they hold up the 2 fingers like that. So is he a Texan? It's like a greeting, isn't it? So yeah, that's really suspicious. Oh yeah, that's the horns of the devil. Right, so they're going to meet the devil.
What was the 3 fingers?
So what was he saying? So we need to see the whole clip of that one, don't we, to see what they were talking about previously and after. Probably means option 2 or something like that.
Fingers for.
He's got a smile on his face there. So, you know, these guys joked around a bit. You ever seen Cooper? He used to be like a crazy guy in a sports car. He used to drive like a maniac. Like he had no sense of fear. And he used to do a lot of deep sea diving, right? But, yeah, even GUFON's been attacking Cooper, right? Saying that he was mental and lying and all this about his accounts. But I think a lot of the accounts that we thought it was UFOs were misidentified. But this is obviously something landing at whereabouts it was, Edwards, wasn't it? They were doing some drills and a UFO craft landed at Edwards and got captured on film by mistake, which might have been one of the experimental craft, right? But yeah, of course they took away that film. We never got to see it. But yeah, I don't think Cooper would lie about that one. Of course, he also talked about seeing UFOs as a pilot. Why would he lie about that? I'm pretty sure he would know if it was balloons, though, weather balloons. But he did get a bit hoodwinked later on in life, didn't he? He sort of believed that Billy Meyer was actually in contact, didn't he? At a dinner party. So he got conned by Billy Meyer or Michael Horn or whatever. Those gangbangs are. So yeah, let's just carry on with this video. Now, I don't know who this is. If anyone in the side comment knows who that is, let us know and we could look up, maybe. So he's taken a still from a video where later he'll play the video and we straight away know what this is here. We know there's a lot of artifacts on film and scanning process and the way they converted analog to digital later on. A lot of the slides weren't even scanned to 2014, as we found out with the last Apollo 10. So they've been in storage all that time. So yeah. No clue who that astronaut was. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny, though, when you look at the older astronauts and then the younger days, a lot of them don't even look like what they looked like when they were most popular on TV, right? Well, in our generation, anyway. So yeah, just carry on. Ooh, 3 UFOs, guys. No motion blur though. Oh, get rid of that noise. Let's carry on.
The Apollo 10 moon mission was the 4th crewed mission in the Apollo program and was a NASA mission that served as what you would call a dress rehearsal for the first moon landing, essentially testing all of the components and procedures, which encompass
and also mapping the moon where they're going to land, which we covered last live show.
All aspects.
Or was it the live show before? I can't remember now.
Of an actual crewed lunar landing, with the exception of the actual landing itself. While NASA had considered attempting the first crewed lunar landing with the Apollo 10 mission, the planners ultimately decided that it would be prudent to have a practice flight to hone the procedures and techniques. And it wouldn't be until Apollo 11 that man actually first set foot on the lunar soil.
Yeah, so you just watch this clip here, you can see a lot of black marks and scratches and hairs and all sorts. Passing through, and white dots I'm not too sure on, but you know, we know radiation bursts can actually create white dots on negative, so we'll just keep an eye on that. You see little flashes up here, white. Could be radiation that's picking up because they ain't got the protection of the Earth anymore, right?
As with all of the earlier and later missions, when the astronauts...
So you see that one there? That look like a cigar UFO fly past there. We could play it in slow motion.
Astronauts were on the moon, They took plenty of footage and photographs.
Yeah, so let's just roll that back a bit. It's just a bit strange that I find that
Apollo 11
didn't zoom into that one.
that man actually.
So let's just slow that down and mute him and just have a watch of this little footage. Okay, I saw a big blob of black there, so it's not even slow enough still to capture it all. Ah, did you see that one? That was a UFO. An unknown object on film. Okay, let's go through it again. Okay, we've got some white dots here, so that could be part of film scanning process. It's hard to know if it's radiation or not, though. On the space ones. Okay, so that one looks pretty clean. I probably should step it. Where's the button? Here we go. Step in. Of course, I may not pick it up on my little small laptop screen here, but I think there's a white dot in the corner there. Looks like it's happening in between frames, some of it. Oh look, you can see motion blur then. See that? You're getting double images. Ah, there's a UFO coming in. Why has he not picked up that one? And it's gone. It's moving so fast that they didn't catch it on film. So obviously we can see the filming through a window too. But you can see it's getting these double lines. Whether that's on the original, I don't know. Or to do with how he recorded it. Alright, I think I saw a white speck then. Oh, there's another white speck. It just flashed up here. But it didn't stay there because we ain't got the right frame rate. Maybe, I don't know. Something weird there. Because I'm meant to be stepping a frame. There it is, there again. It's like it steps 2 frames. So yeah, Google's not really that good, is it? So it's not really frame by frame. Oh, there we go. There's that blobby thing that zoomed past. So what would you say that was, guys? Looks a bit like a hole in the negative, doesn't it? Or some really bad lint that got dripped onto one of the frames that maybe come off the camera itself. So how are they recording this? A projector? Obviously negatives rolling through reels and it's shining it onto a sensor and it's scanning it in digitally. But this is the stuff that he's going to start calling UFOs, right? So we'll just keep on going. And it's gone. Alright, that flashing is to do that stupid circle thing. That's why we're not seeing it. So it's not actually on the film. So you've got to watch out for that one. It only shows sometimes as well, which is really weird. Oh, there we go. What would you say that was? That again looks like a hair or something, doesn't it? Or a tear in the negative. Where it's sort of degraded in storage before they digitized it. Kind of looks like it could have been mishandled. Or maybe it just got emotion pill. Generally that causes, not black ones though, it causes, depending how they scan it, blue ones I think, vibrant blue colour. But yeah, definitely not UFO or alien so far. But I'm not seeing much of the little white specks. That we're going to get on the other footage. So that's that circle that comes up. Something to do with Google processing, I guess. You can't see no stars, right? So you can see they geared it for the bright landscape rather than trying to capture stars with longer exposure. And there's not much motion blur happening. But yeah, I'm not seeing any radiation spikes or whites. So we'll just carry on. And you'll see how more ridiculous it gets as we progress. On mute. Paraglider guy. He lost his string. String on the film, obviously. Let's carry on.
And later missions when the...
Alright, I just saw that white speck there. I forgot about that one. I stopped it just a wee bit too soon. There's a streak of white, I think I saw there.
Set foot on the lunar soil. However, just as with all of the earlier and later missions when...
Ah, there it is. I just can't quite get it. Let's see if I can go backwards. Can we go back? Yeah, we can. Although it doesn't like going back too much. Oh, there we go. There we go. What's that one? Again, it looks like a bit of lint, doesn't it? It looks like a bit of string. Something they cleaned the projector with, maybe. We got black ones, which I think are possibly emulsion pill or tears, and I think the white one here is a hair of cotton. So we just carry on then.
When the astronauts were on the moon, they took plenty of footage and photographs. And the Apollo 10 mission, although...
Okay, so you can see they're definitely filming through a front bit of glass. Is that on the... That's still in space, isn't it? So that's got to be on the glass. So that's got to be a reflection from the lights inside the cabin that I've talked about previously, right?
Has offered up, ironically, some of the...
And you can see a reflection here, look. That looks like possibly a man, isn't it? Or two men, even. In the background. But that does look like a head, doesn't it? Could be part of their equipment. Or lights at the back.
Most compelling evidence for UFO activity and structures on the moon of any of the other missions.
Oh yeah, we see lots of structures there, guys. Yeah, there's Las Vegas moon. There's Capricorn 1. Fun Park. You know, there's just so much buildings on here.
Missions, and that is our focus with today's video. So, to start out, I'm going to show you probably one of the most well-known pieces
Okay, so this is where you got one of those frames from.
Of UFO footage captured from...
Okay, so this is where they're practicing separating the module, is it?
From the...
Okay, we just saw a big flash of black here.
Astronauts within the lunar orbiter as it drifted about 73 miles above.
You can see they're filming it through, obviously, a window. I don't think it's in those sim bays, is it? This looks a wee bit strange edge here. Like someone standing there in a... like a spacesuit, you know how you sort of get the fabric curves,
of
right?
The surface of the moon, and which, as you will see through...
So now it's sort of peeling away. And you can see maybe it's the edge of
the
a
rest
window.
of this
so,
video, other mysterious activity...
so obviously these are specks of either radiation or dust, right? Because we just saw lint, a big long lint. But he's thinking that looks a wee bit like a UFO. Oh yeah, UFO man.
Occurring on the moon's surface that you have likely never seen before.
So this is like that lint one we just saw before. but it looks like it's got segments in between because it's so obviously bending upwards, right? And so the light's not reflecting off it in the same way as the other here we saw lint here. How ridiculous. And hey, so I'm not sure if he's done this himself, this bit here, but it looks like he's got it off someone, is my guess. Maybe Scott C. Warren, maybe. In this famous clip, the command module, or CM, which he doesn't even read out this, can be witnessed floating above the moon as it is filmed from the window of the lunar module. We should actually screen capture this and see if we can do it an eye on it, see if whereabouts he stole it from. Because I don't think he would have spent much time on it himself. Or one of the 16-minute DAC cameras brought on board. It's this early stage of separation between the CM and lunar module that mysterious white UFO makes its appearance as it passes below the crew module. So as you know, once things start separating, these craft with their jets get like a crust on the outside of the craft because it's so cold in space that the gas forms like a ice sheet on the outside, and it breaks away randomly as it heats up when they fire the engines again. So let's just carry on. I'll just check the comments so far. Is there anything new? No. Okay, let's just carry on then. Let's see what we can see. It's good it's on HD this time. I just forgot to check that again. Although I'm not expecting really high quality footage from Apollo 10. So he's letting you read that, right?
7.
So looks like it's from a film thing. They got obviously a color mapping for processing.
6-9er. 5. Noun 86.
Okay, so what's all those white red flashes, right, guys? Obviously it's a color film, is it?
Is plus
Color? It must be color, is it?
0 1 6 7.
But you can see these little white specks. Now we don't have to dust or radiation, but we might have to go back and play it in slow
5
motion.
plus all balls
Let's dust.
minus 0 0 5 6 8.
So you can see there's something on the edge here, something on the edge there, off the window. But you can see all these little specks are going.
And we got him right away, Tom. Hello, Snoop. How you doing?
Okay, there was a black mark there.
Hi, Snoop on high gain. How you reading us? Bye-bye,
Yeah, so we're not sure what this crater is, whether it's 297 again. Because the pile of rocks was down here, if that is the case, and the other one craters over the other side. So yeah, maybe the film actually has information of the crater below the lunar module. Okay, so we're meant to be looking at a UFO, and notice the big arrow. So apparently there's a bit of lint that's going to travel up the screen, or ice crystal. But we know ice crystals tend to spin and cause a flickering. I'm not sure if that's doing that. Doesn't look like it, does it? And it looks like it's on top of the film, because we'd expect that to be the same blurriness. You know, you can see how blurry that is. Yet that dot is not the same as those dots there. Seems to be more in focus, which means it's got to be on top of the film, right?
Reading you loud.
Definitely no motion blur from what I can see so far. But you can see it's definitely a lot sharper and detailed than the moon and the lunar module, which doesn't make any sense.
About 30 or 40 feet away from him.
So it wasn't spinning, so I'd rule out it being an ice particle. I'd say that's a bit of, again, lint. That sort of ended up on the rollers and it's gone up with the film. We've seen this when I analysed that Concorde footage, where it always had scratch marks, where if over time, what happens is when you play on the projector, it always has scratch marks a certain distance in each side, and also it creates a static charge where the lint seems to stick on, and that looks like what's happened here. You saw that bit of lint going vertically up where the rollers would be, which causes a charge on the negative film. But anyway, he's going to say it's a UFO. Just carry on.
Keeping for about 5-10 minutes here. Roger, could you give us poo and data? We got a load for you, and you're ready to copy some pads.
Now this, before we carry on, I'll just prove that roller scratch is, because we're talking about what, 1635mm, even 78mm film they were using. So you're going to need lots of rollers to keep that flat and fed through the projector, right? Roller scratches film. Let's see if that gives us anything. Okay, so you can see here's examples. Already we got white blobs of dust on that one. It looks very similar. That one I'm not too sure what we're looking at. Oh, here we go. So you can see where the rollers press, right? They always create these vertical scratch lines, and you can see all the hairs on that one and the scratches. So we've got black and white, we've got roller lines at the edge of the roller. And if you remember the Concorde video, always had the UFO going up and down on this line here where it charges the edge of the roller. And that's one there. Obviously it's got a bit more damage, and you can see where the roller starts and ends. But yeah, these projectors have got a lot of rollers in them. Some of them get really scratched up. That's why they get limited use playback, right? That's why they got to digitize it before they deteriorate. The older they get, the emulsion pill happens. So here we go, film emulsion pill. See if there's any examples. It's talking about teeth here. Maybe I spelled it wrong. Emulsion, emulsion. I'm not sure. Maybe I spelled it wrong, and that's come up the same. No, it looks like it wants to go there for spelling. Old film, maybe. Or NASA, maybe. Try old film first. Oh, here we go. We've got examples. There we go. So they're saying the white dots, is it? Striping. Acetate. So you got a close up of the damage. It looks like there's a scratch mark there, doesn't it? That's a white one. So what we can do is always good to always compare similar examples. Look at that one. Lots of damage on that. That's why you got to project. So we got lots of old negatives like that. That's why I created on VHS, which was the highest technology we got at the time, but it really needs to be. And then I digitized the VHS tape, which is not the best idea, to JPEGs, which we didn't even have pings back then. So yeah, it would probably need to be all redone again, but no one can be bothered. So that one's really bad. It looks like it's all peeled off there. You can't see anything on that negative. There's another bad one. Where else we got? Oh, that one's really scratched up, is it? It's a bit hard to find. Let's try NASA. See what comes up. Yeah, because I'm stealing this content from GUFON, of course. Oh, what an idiot. Okay, that looks like a UFO. Oh, it's a hole in the packet. That's funny. Yeah. So it's telling us how polymers are on film, I guess. Not too sure. Vacuum film. Yeah, don't know too much about film myself, but we can look it up and start reading, of course. Cellulose. What's that got to do with film? Alright, we've got some scratches there. White scratches, white blobs. Ion being assisted. What's that mean? Here's some NASA ones. It's got all sorts of damage on it, hasn't it? And low res. Film from Apollo 15 in his desk drawer. Oh no! The film paper story. Kodak. That might be interesting, but anyway, didn't find much there. But got some examples to go with. So the dots and the white scratches.
As I replay you this clip, I want you to note that as this white, unidentified object flies underneath the lunar orbiter.
Yeah, so now he's applied some filters to bring it out, which we generally do as well.
Here, the antenna.
You can see a lot more noise and scratches now.
To turn and track.
So he's saying the antenna is turning.
UFO.
Oh, that antenna there.
Doing a complete 180-degree turn as the UFO.
Oh, that is highly suspicious. It's not even aiming at the thing because the thing went past this way. And of course, that's turning towards Earth, isn't it? To transmit the signal back. So that's total nonsense there. Oh yeah, Gibber. Tic Tac. Comfort for isn't a lint or emulsion either. Oh my god. Yes it is! Go and watch my breakdown. Oh dear. It's a bit of lint on stuck on by static. 100% it is. And I'm not the only expert that said it either. I looked it up on a film expert and that's what he analysed it as. And there's no reflection in window. That's just absolute nonsense. The Concorde was turning and the sun was reflecting off the window at that point. Hello, why low res in black and white? Yeah, well, you know, he's got lots of footage and it's been emailed to him, right? High res color film inside the Moonlander. Yeah, I think it's color, isn't it? Because there was some red blurred at the front there. Well, we'll go over it slow motion and re-look it carefully. But it does seem a bit of a waste to use colour film on that, though, wouldn't it be? Was it more expensive back then too, I guess. Slept in. Was going to do some astrophotography last night with a... Okay, but it was raining. Yeah, the weather down under is quite rude. Australia should be better though, it's a bigger landmass. But I know they do get a lot of rain on the coast when I lived in Brisbane, and the storms are just amazing compared to New Zealand.
UFO passes underneath.
Yeah, so it looks like it's didn't rotate right around completely. I'll just have a look at that one again. Was it rotated already? So which way are they rotating? Let's look at they're aiming it towards Earth.
So many of you may have seen that clip. I've actually featured it countless times.
See, if you look at the dishes, they're aiming towards us rather than backwards, I think.
Times here on the channel. What you probably haven't seen is what I'm about to show you here, because I began to analyze this footage, and as some of you know, or some of you may not and are about to learn, ever since NASA was created and we began exploring things like the moon, whether it be just orbiting above it or taking photographs, they quickly developed a number of ways to cut the scene is what I'm about to show you here, because I began to analyze this.
I'm just going back again. I'm just looking where the dish is. He keeps zooming in, bastard.
So many of you may have seen that clip. I've actually featured it countless times. Antenna begins to turn and track the UFO, doing a complete 180-degree turn as the...
So I think the reflectors are this side, right, with the little bits in the middle, right? So you know how a dish is, it's like circular like that, parabolic, and you normally have the receiver in the middle. That looks to me like the receiver in the middle was aimed this way, not the other way he's claiming.
The UFO passes underneath.
Let me just have a
You
look
need
at
to
that
note
going.
that as this white, unidentified object flies underneath the lunar orbiter here, the antenna begins to turn and...
See, I saw the white bits there. I'm not sure if that's the middle.
Track the UFO, doing a complete 180-degree turn as the UFO...
I think it's parabolic this way, isn't it? So yeah, it's not even aimed at towards the UFO. That's just nonsense.
Passes underneath.
Look at the crazy music he's got on it. Anyway, he's going to do some analysis on it, guys, which means he's going to crop it so you're not going to see what's happening through the rest of the film. Alright, so this looks like it's on top of the film. As we said, the focusness is too sharp compared to the rest of the image.
So many of you may have seen that clip. I've actually featured it countless times here on the channel. What you probably haven't seen is what I'm about to show you here, because I began to analyze this footage, and as some of you know, or some of you may not and are about to learn, ever since NASA was created and we began exploring things like the moon, whether it be just orbiting above it or taking photographs, they
White speck there.
quickly developed a number of ways to cover up all manner of strange and unusual activity that occurred in their footage or photographs, and they did this specifically for the moon landings by essentially whitewashing all of the photographs and all of the film footage by increasing the brightness, lowering the contrasts. so you would get almost no detail of the lunar surface.
You just missed a UFO there, look. Let's go back a bit. UFO.
Contrast, so you would get almost no
There's another UFO.
detail of the lunar surface, what was happening
Gotta
there,
laugh.
what was flying
Oh,
over,
dear.
or what structures were seen down on the surface.
So this here is not dust or scratches. This we've talked about before is sometimes when it goes through the rollers, it creates a static charge and creates a white blue spark, which gets captured on the negatives.
So let's go ahead and
that's what that
analyze
is.
this clip where the white
Couple 3 sparks create these little blue orbs. Alright. Which means it's got to be color film, alright?
UFO passes by. Now, as I was analyzing this frame by frame, and especially as the mystery white UFO passes under the orbiter, I detected what I believe to be some sort of signaling system occurring via structures down on the moon's surface, but appear to be synchronized and linked or interacting with
So a scratch there.
this UFO. So let's zoom in to the first anomalous thing that occurs, and that is within the edge of this massive crater down on the moon's surface to
Yeah, so we saw a black mark there.
the right. And as we increase the contrast to actually be able to see the surface features, I noticed what appeared to be right on the rim,
So we've got a rim here. And looks like circular round rocks, right? He's going to say that's an opening.
mounted within one of the peaks of the crater is a large
Okay, so it's this pareidolia. It looks like an opening. And
dark opening or entrance.
it looks like it's the same color as the rest of the footage, like over here, right? So you can see that's part of the film, not a super black bit like this. And he's mucked around with the filters too. Would be good to find that crater name, of course, and look up some of the higher quality images that we got from the Apollo 11, the next mission. It's probably crater 299 or something like that, because they're flying over 292 to 300 and something, I think, which is where the landing site was. But yeah, that information I don't know, because we have to look up the film that he used, and he probably hasn't given us any information to go with. So we probably have to take a screen grab and do a reverse search like we did last time. Yep, nothing there, is it? It's all advertising. Our previous video, blah blah blah. Oh.
Entrance wherein which either a signal or a light or an object could be shot out from or beamed from. And so,
That's so
right
funny,
as this
though.
main white UFO first enters the frame, I want you to keep your eye on
We're gonna shoot a bit of blackness at the lint.
this strange dark spot on the rim here, and just as the white UFO appears at the bottom of the screen to the left of the orbiter, you'll see what appears to be an even darker circular object, almost as if something has just blasted out of it as the main UFO begins to enter.
We're slowing the music right down. Ding, ding, ding. So, I was probably going to have to zoom in because he hasn't zoomed in very much there. Keep watching, people. Speculation, yeah. So that black bit actually looks the same darkness as that, so we can't at this stage with his filters look at it this way to see that's a bit of lint because it's in focus and all that sort of business like the white one. But it doesn't stay there very long, does it? It's very similar to the other damaged negatives and dust particles on film that were seen previously. So, and I can't see that crater now, and that. See, it's not so round now, is it? Okay, this is the problem with when he does the filters, right? He actually adds more of an artifact in. Instead of that being a nice round thing now, it actually looks really part of the film. And just so you could amplify the black bit. So I think he's caught himself out there, because you can see there's no opening. And it looks just like the crater rim. And it doesn't even look like a big round rock there anymore. It looks just part of a normal rock rim to me. So what do you guys reckon? Could be an artifact. It most certainly is. Speculation makes me feel sick. Yeah. Camera artifact is only in 1 or 2 frames. Equals out artifact. Or it's going really super fast, is what he's trying to claim, I guess. So what was that? Shooting at the UFO going by. So 2 alien species fighting over the moon. Okay, so we're not seeing what's going on in the rest of the film where there's other black dots, black specks at exactly the same time because he's zoomed in on this one. But it looks to me like there's some black dots down here, right? So what are they? You know, if it's shooting out a hole there, what are these ones down here? So we'll see what happens. Definitely looks like a black dot there if I zoom right down, see? He hasn't focused on that one. Busted. And there's probably other ones on the film that's off focus because of the cropping. There, that's gone. And of course the other one that was underneath it's gone too. Look. 2 UFOs. Tyler, you missed it. Oh, look, there's replaying it again. Oh, look, there's a white speck over here. Yeah, it's just repeating it, going back. And you have to play it even slower probably to see the other speck. Let's see. There it is. Comes at the other black specks at the same time as this one. There it is. Getting even more brighter now. Looks like film damage to me, or some lint that's not showing up white. Boom, both gone at the same time. See that? Keep on going. This has got to be the biggest reach ever that he's ever made. Speculating that's firing something out of crater rim. Okay, so he zoomed in less. We can already see that black mark there. Oh yeah, he's pointing it out. Oh, he's just pointing out that one now, is he? But yeah, both of them at the same time. Now I think there was another one further down actually. I wonder if we can zoom out more.
Okay, so let's analyze this really quick here. One of the main reasons that I do not believe this is an artifact on the film footage itself, because as you watch this footage, and you can find it online, and you actually zoom down, you will notice that before that black flash occurs.
Okay, there's a little scratch, black scratch mark there, see that? So it could be some negative damage there for some reason.
that this original sort of dark rim
That's faded there. Any other black ones? Could be something there. It's in the darkness.
ring that I would describe as an opening on the rim or peak of this crater is already there, and is there in every...
Like that further over here, it looks like a crater there. Well, it looks like a hole. Yeah, and it looks like a hole there. Yeah, it's all speculation for sure and low
every
res.
single frame as the lunar
Yeah, lots of holes I can see there around that crater, mate. I got them all over the
orbiter
place.
passes over the moon. You can see it. It's distinctly there. It is not something that just appears.
Well, there was something even further up here. See that? Little black streak. You have to zoom right into it.
In one frame. So whatever the dark object
See that?
is, it's there and it's on the crater.
Yeah. So he's trying to put. It's like how magicians, they want you to focus over here, but not actually focus over here. It's called sleight of hand
rim.
trick.
We'll go frame by frame here as we see this dark object, which is either
Okay, so now we've got the whole scene.
a flash of dark
There's a white
light
dot.
or smoke, or a possible craft of some kind
Yeah, we have to slow it right down there, I think.
appears once again, ironically,
There's a one over here, see that?
to come almost dead center of this crater rim opening. And I also want you to notice as I'm slowing it down here,
and then he's cropped off the other black one that happens over here. It's over here somewhere.
the way this sudden dark object coming from this rim, it almost looks like something that you would see shot out of a cannon in the way it appears, and then going frame by frame begins
I see. He's cropped off all the other ones that we saw on that.
to then dissipate, unlike a speck of
There's one down there.
dust just appearing on one single frame. This object is actually caught appearing and then fading away.
There. And if we had full scrolled up on that level of magnification, we'd see the other black marks
Within
too.
7 or 8 frames of this footage. Could this have actually been an
There we go.
alien craft of some
All those mucked around with the
sort.
contrast.
a separate craft from
There it was there. It's very quick.
this
And there's
White
another
UFO.
one. There's another one up here.
UFO passing by much closer?
Yeah.
And
What a
so
load of
just
cobblers.
as this black spot flashes from the crater edge, we then see
Hey, I'll just go back on that one and do a slow motion. You can see it's definitely artifact. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? Was it there? There we are. Did you see it? I have to be really quickly. And there's the white one. That's on here. I'll probably miss it because I'm trying to look where I last saw things. Okay, there's that one. Was there any down there? I forgot to look. There's that one. Oh, there it is. I'm not sure if you saw that, but I saw it. A white one. Now he's zooming in. Alright, he's changed it again. So you don't see the clues. We saw those two. And he's cropped it so we can't see the other black one up there. I think he's done the cropping there, because I think he had a zoomed out one. There it comes. Anyway, I think we've proven it. It's definitely negative damage or lint on top of the thing. And because it's black, we can't really see the focus level like we can with the white blob. But, yeah. Just carry on, listen. Oh, yeah, it fired across there. Nonsense. But what happened to the bit that was fired downwards then? Yeah, I can't fire in both directions at once, can it? Well, I'm over there, but haven't the one that went downwards. They totally missed it. Aliens are not very good with the laser finding, range and targeting system, are they? What happened to the volume? Did I mute it? Well, now we're back to this one with the 3 UFOs. Right, you can see there it was flicker of radiation or, again, dust. And there you go, it just picks up that single frame. I'll just play that back again. I'm not sure if he will. What's he saying here? Some other UFOs anomalies found in Apollo footage. Yeah, you mean like dust? Ridiculous, it really is. Here we go. So let's slow it down. It's still not probably going to be slow enough, but okay, so we got something up here, something up there. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, that could be the stage lighting. Or it could be something inside the cabin, of course, you know. Okay. I should have muted it. It sounds like dreary music. And you can't see no stars. Look, we've got another bit over here. So whatever that is, I don't know. Could be inside the cabin. Ah, there we go. Still couldn't catch it quick enough. And we saw the 3 things. I'm not sure how many frames it was over. Just go back again. I wonder if I can get it. I might have to do step. Here we go. And that gets rid of the music at least. Google's wise enough to mute the music if you do frame by frame. Alright, there it is. 2 UFOs! And let's just zoom in and just have a look at them. Oh, funny shaped UFOs too. How come we didn't pick up that one? Someone sneezed over the negative at the wrong time. Okay, let's just carry on. Oh, go on again. Just go back out a bit. Two weeks to do this episode. It sucks, man. It really sucks. And people paying him money, I don't know, they're going to feel really foolish if they believe all this nonsense when they're older. Yeah, where's all the high, all the 40 megapixel cameras now and the 100 megapixel camera footages? You know, I want to see them. There we go, I got it. And I accidentally hit the button twice. I'll go back. See if it comes up. There we go, we finally got it. So it's actually 1 frame by the looks of it. No, 2 frames. 2 frames. 1, 2, and there's another little blink here, but that's that circular thing we found out. 3. So it's only in 2 frames. And they didn't change position, did they? No, exactly the same place. So if they were moving in space, you'd expect at least a wee bit of change, variation, wouldn't you? Just carry on. And any flashing in the middle, we know it's that circular thing, which is stupid. There should be an option to disable that. And nothing else has popped up for a while now, apart from those 2 near the surface. So obviously it's colour, we can see a slight blue there and obviously blue up here. So it's not actually, you can see the colour grey of the landscape here is variations, so it's not black and white only. And that's another thing, why are the UFOs always white? Why aren't they nice grey colours or different colours like red or green, like we see in a lot of the footages recorded at night time on Earth, right? Why are they not colours? Okay, that's it, guys. So where are we going to go from here? Let's keep on going. Keep on trucking. Alright, it's focusing on the 2 frames of the thing that didn't move. Oh, look at that. A big scratch then. Oh no, it's just a lens cap being pulled off, is it? What happened there? Looks like they got something on the cover of the lens. Yeah, that's really strange, isn't it? So what happened there? Putting the lens cap on. Oh, there's a UFO. But they got a cover on here. Or something. Because we saw it being blocked off. So what is that? Radiation? Like I said, some of them could be radiation. So what's going on here? Look, that's obviously... Planet Earth, isn't it? Yeah, it's got to be Planet Earth. So have they zoomed in? But what have they caught here? We'd have to lighten that up, wouldn't we? Let's see. Let's just do that. Obviously, he's not going to do it. Why is the reason? I don't know. Contrast. Definitely looks like something solid in the way of the lens here. Saturation. Well, that really brings out the blues, doesn't it? Invert it. Blues turn to yellow. It definitely looks like something solid round. Why, I don't know. Could someone's space head get in the way? Alright, could be the edge of the planet, couldn't it? Because of the sunlight. But it's amazing how we put the filters on there. And we can't see any different variation in the blackness. That's kind of strange. I would have thought there would have been something. Oh, there we go. That one's coming out a bit better. So let's stick with that. That shows it up a bit better. There we go. Now we can see what's going on. So it's the right. Have to get the right settings, right? Now look, is that a star there? No. It's the radiation dots or whatever it was. It went from there to there and then shot off the edge of the frame here, was it? So he had it cropped before. We didn't have the filters on, so we didn't actually see what happened to those dots. So let's just play that back a bit. I'll just go over it again with the filters. Now you can see a lot more damage now, can't we? Lots of more damage. There you go, look. Oh, there you go, damage went across that way, didn't it? Started there, went across there. And there we can see there is a difference in the colour and the blacks, because that's what the filter's doing. Now we can see what's going on. Now look, you can see the damage. Now we can see the other side of the earth there, look, and you can see the difference in the blacknesses. That's good. Boom, boom, boom. Just more random damage. Look, you can't see the other damage because he had it filtered. Didn't have it filtered. Oh yeah, it's definitely a UFO. So what is that? I think it's definitely on the film, isn't it? But it looked like it was spinning, but is it? Could it be an asteroid? Let me just check that one out, because that one does seem different. That one did seem different. Could it be a meteorite that's just skimmed past? It kind of looks like a rock spinning, doesn't it? It's a bit hard to say, because those ones are definitely static, right? Statically not moving. And you can see those other flashes of white, very similar to the 3 dots. And that one there seems to have a curvature to it. That one there, I'd say, could be a piece of rock, a meteorite. But you can see it's tumbling. A UFO wouldn't tumble. See that? It's tumbling. Spinning around, look. You'd be very sick if you're alien flying around on that one. Yes, this is crazy, isn't it? What he's putting up as UFOs. Yeah, it looks like I hit the right spot with that filter, eh? And there's more of that here. That looked like a hair. And you can see it definitely didn't match the colour filtration here. It looked like something that was on top of the film. Yeah, see, it's different to the whites and the other colours that we enhanced. What was that thing that flew across then? And you funny see how it's always in that same vertical line, like a projector roller would be moving. Well, how come they're not travelling this way, you know, straight along? They're always on a curvature, which I think was a asteroid, that one. Or they're just random, or they go in a straight line. So when they stop, then turn around and come back around, or bend around these little dots. I think we've debunked it all again. just nonsense. Noise in ufology. So this is part 1, so I hate to think how many parts he's got coming. See the noise then? Look at all the noise all over the place. Perhaps we should use that filter back in other films as well. But anyway, I think we've just wasted enough time on it already. And he's got that funny ding-ding-ding toy noise. That's a mockery of NASA sound he uses, isn't it? So yeah. Alright, so how many views did he get on this one? Let's analyse it. Let's have a look at the silly comments. You got 11,000 likes on that, guys. That's just ridiculous. Almost 2,000 comments. What's the views on it? 131,000, almost 132,000. It's pretty low. Maybe people just got bored with Apollo ones, but they probably get up to 200, so that would be another 500 US in the pocket, right? Time you put ads on it, which we block. Let's have a look. So these comments I did actually capture just in case they vanished. That one I have actually got a snapshot of. The dark spots are very common for film footage of that time, and definitely is defects in the film. There you go. That's what I was saying. The dark ones look like emulsion damage, and the white ones look like something on top of the film. You can see them popping in and out throughout the entire footage. Yep. But as some have pointed out, the blue light that flashes, which this guy obviously doesn't know is electrostatic, just under the ship is very interesting. That appears as some sort of beacon. No, so he's not entirely wrong, but entirely right there. The V-shaped one at 1244, which is a hair, is the best example of a clearly structured, unexplained object. Yeah, a hair. My new moon films show structures. Oh no, Secureteam. And guess who it is? It's that Wilson guy that debunked that he was filming the building of the International Space Station with his backyard telescope, which was badly aligned and badly out of focus. So yeah, this guy is in league with Secureteam, obviously. Another fraud. Love your channel, Mr. Wilson. So he's a gullible person. Doesn't know that he's filming just normal satellites and International Space Station passing overhead. Thank you, let the force be with you. Another shill in ufology. Chevron shape. It wasn't really a chevron shape though, it was like a bent shape, wasn't it? Like a wishbone. Tyler, is there any way to aim your infrared camera? You ain't gonna get out and actually do real filming, you dope. With that crater, he doesn't even know the crater name. None of us do, because he didn't actually do any research. Black anomaly is still there. Yeah, right. Yeah, we would all love that. Prove that it's all bullshit. My grandfather's Charles White wired the capture. What? My grandfather Charles White wired the capsule of Apollo 10. I asked him before he passed away, is the alien thing real? He answered me with a smirk. If you think that you are alone, you are a fool. That's all I needed to hear. Spelt wrong. I'm impressed with the turning antenna that appears to track the white object, but it doesn't, does it? It aims the other way towards the command module. Well, actually aims towards Earth, doesn't it? So Earth must be behind them. The dark spots were almost certainly film flaws. Great analysis. Why would he say that? Great analysis, I leave no stone unturned. With the wonderful zoom you're able to do, I can see any number of rectangle shapes inside the crater. Oh dear, they look very much the building like structures. So, rest in peace, Street Cap. No, that guy was the best thing that happened to ufology to disappear. That man had an eagle eye when it came to spotting things on the moon. Yeah, he created them by using filters and zooming in when they're only like a couple inches big. Remember that recent one after he passed away that the Chinese brought out one that looked like a building, and then they zoomed in, it was just a rock, right? So they eventually got there and retook another image. What I found much more interesting than the dark spots are the structures inside the crater. Did you see any buildings there, guys, when I was zooming right in? Some kind of a tower and other structures. We didn't see any of that. Hi Tyler, at 6 there is a flash of blue light. Yeah, that's a spark after the UFO going by towards the top. What is that? There's a laser fire. No, it's static. A few things, imperfections in the footage. You can see the black spots in various frames throughout the footage. The turning antenna is indeed peculiar. No, it's not. Thanks, Tyler, for amazing insight. I look forward to your videos every time. Keep up the good work. Yeah, he's does what? One video every 2 weeks. That's 2 videos a month, and Patreon are paying him what, $6,000. He's just having a laugh, laying on his newly bought beach house, just laying there, just enjoying some cocktails. Dark flash looks like an imperfection in the film. Thank you, Tyler. I love what you do. Oh wow, damn good video. God almighty, guys. It's very sad. The dark objects coming from the crater almost looks like weapons fired. Yeah, a bit like the STS, what is it, 78 footage that we analysed was certainly ice crystals, and they were claiming to be missiles and all that sort of stuff. You know what I missed about the channel? That is used to show a UFO videos that have been on the news, which most of those are misidentified junk or hoaxes. I remember loving this channel back when I was revisiting Grand Theft Auto about 10 years ago. So this is the age level of his followers, right, and the mentality that he's brainwashing. Great time, and thanks, continue to make stuff. So yeah, what is he, like in his 20s now? Love your channel, Tyler. Love that from 223. It looks like a smiley face following along. It's always a good day when Tyler uploads. Oh my god. Stoned Tommy, get off the weed, man. Great content, Tyler. So much evidence. Oh my god. I know one time that I had this dream, blah blah blah. My young friend Tyler, you are always bringing us the very interesting. What's interesting though, went to that other comment that was up there. Rest in peace, Street Cap. Was it on this one? No. What happened to Street Cap? He died of a heart attack. God finally struck him down for making frauds. Text me on Telegram. What else we got? Good title, very interesting indeed. Been watching different accounts since I was high school. This is the age we're looking at here. for my senior year. I'm glad to see you back and dropping bangers as good as you have when I first started. Oh my god, do these people not know how to use Google and search his name with the word hoaxer or whatever? Did you have any info on something that apparently happened over Brazil while pandemic was going on? Yeah, that was debunked. Else James Fox would have been picking it up. No, please do tell if you do know. Well, of course, Tyler's got his leakers. Why hasn't he got the inside scoop? Tyler, I have a question. Have you ever watched the Mysteries of Skinwalker Ranch on Hulu with Travers and his investigation team? Yeah, well, if you watch the Out There channel, we actually went through all those and debunked them. I'm sure I miss the every other day videos of current events and anomalies when I found this channel. I still love the content, of course. I just seen like 2 weeks go by and updates only for it. With updates only for it to be something from before. What the hell's he talking about? I've always supported this channel though and keep watching. Nothing but love from blah. Okay, so we could go on reading all these airheads. But yeah, debunked, I think, guys. I'll catch up on the side comments. But yeah, there was some comments that he's got rid of. I said, Tyler is slow blocking someone posting correct info. But there was another one. Let's see if I got it here. New material. Yeah, he's just lazy making his CGI fakes is all. Or his mates not making him for him anymore. He sure was reaching, but he still make big money from it. Poor gullible followers. So this is one I didn't actually see listed anymore. That dark effects appears all over the image at exactly the same time. Yes, not an object. It's just a defect. Yes, and Dan said, I left somewhat the same comment. Some black objects are not objects. That's just part of the film. So that comment's vanished, I think. Maybe it was scrubbed and that's why it appears dark black in nature. Doesn't appear like anything other than that. If they did go to that much trouble to scrub it out of the film, why leave the white object and show it being tracked by the antenna? Well, it wasn't actually being tracked by the antenna. Yeah, he kept saying he has a lot of new material UFOs over Europe. So that comment vanished. I didn't actually see that unless I skimmed past it. But anyway, close. Okay, so we're on to the next one, the bug. So we'll go over that one. What have these guys been saying meantime? I'll just go through the comments here. Oh, you've been saying a bit, Jasper. Is this dubbed from VHS? That's a good question. It could be, couldn't it? Jasper, it's hard to know. I didn't actually see the usual stuff that you get on VHS though. But yeah, who knows? I think it's obviously a projector and it's being scanned in, and the projectors have all sorts of dust and scratches, of course, with the rollers. It's clearly artifacts. Gabba, that's right. He's lying to make views on artifacts. Yep, he sure is. When you can't find any new fake UFO videos to upload, he just lies about the old NASA footage artifacts. Yep. He really has nothing new fake to speculate on. Yep. just recycle the old garbage. Space cannons on space. What the F is this dribble he talks about exactly? Space pirates for cannons. Good one. Jasper Gabba. My god, he's dribble shite. Yep. I'm quite busy as well now, about to chat. Clean the house. Oh, okay. Satans. Right. What's up, everybody? Sorry, I'm on the road again. Oh, yeah. I wasn't expecting to be around. But yeah, it's good that you dropped by. I'm quite busy too. Hey, Satans. So yeah, you can always re-watch it back later when you're home, of course. Yeah, so we caught up in the side chat now. So let's have a look at Mick West. Okay. People have been posting stuff there from UFO Twitter, I think. And he said here, upscale and strikes again. When somebody knows you in the heart's image, the AI algorithm is showing you what it thinks you want to see. Sharp edges, well-defined shapes, not what is actually there. Always look at the original file. Okay, so Mick West has said, thanks, looking at the original file, the object is about as in focus as individual pine needles. There are also significant AA upscaling applied to the zoomed shot that make it look very much like in focus than it is. Basically, so let's have a look at that. If I can. Scroll down a bit. So this is what someone wanted him to look at. Instead of asking me, yeah, it looks like a X-wing. What is it? A Y-wing fighter with a flame coming out the back, going opposite direction to a plane contrail, obviously. Why is it not opening up though? Oh, here we go. So there's the plane and another plane contrail further down, and we can't see anything of a bug until they zoom right in. And that's the AI enhanced by whoever that is. Okay. Yes, it's not clicking it for some reason. Probably because I have to load it up. It's got that problem with that login to read it further business, is it? Looks like I'm logged in though. Alright, is it a screen snapshot? It's just a, no, it's not a screen snapshot. Let me just reload that. It says I'm logged in, so why can't we open it properly? But anyway, I analysed it. If you were following my Twitter, I took the original. GUFON had a look at it, so let's have a listen to what GUFON had to say, and then we have a look at what I did. Why we can't hear
this
him.
Thing is...
Hang on, let's just scroll back a wee bit.
Guy disappeared. Never heard from him again. It worked. Can't have people do that stuff. That guy could have easily said, "You."
Oh, yeah, he's using string yards and it's all corrupting. Why don't you use some proper software, mate, and do it without using third-party stuff?
UFO and giving us the blurry image, and we'd be like, "Whoa, check it."
That kind of reminds me of the other software. What was it called now? I forget the name. They use it for chatting. Always they would corrupt. Instead of using Jitsi like I do,
I don't know. Good plane. And, you know, it's nothing. I love when people do the right thing. Love it. I kind of get a little giddy, you know, like a little school kid. All right,
school kid.
The German dude. Let's see. Oh, here's a pic. Oh, check this out. This is a picture this guy wants analyzed. Mick West analyzed this. You want to know what I said immediately? I looked at it. I said, it's an insect. It looks like some sort of fly.
No, it's not a fly. I analysed it properly and determined what it was. Anyway.
They sent it. Mick West did some bullshit on it. And he came up with, I don't know what it is, but it looks like some sort of insect or something.
Mick West said it was in the same focus plane as the tree. I don't think that's bullshit. That's actually some valuable information.
Yeah, because you saw what I said. That's what it is.
He didn't say any bullshit. He actually debunked the AI being garbage, which is true. I agree with Mick on that. And also the focus plane being correct.
German dude says, need your help analyzing this picture that an Austrian gentleman took. He would like to know what was caught on camera when he attempted to photograph an airplane. We're guessing it may have been a fly. Oh, they changed this. This is changed. Oh, I wish I would have had the original.
He's a dork. If they change, you can't change it. You can only delete the tweet. There's no edit function still, as far as I know. Is there any edit? Of course, they ain't going to let me. So, let me show you the camera they took it with. I don't think there's any edit. You can block, you can embed, you can repost it. But, yeah, let's find my one. They posted some extra footage of another bug or a bird. Where's my one disappeared to? Where's my one disappeared to? Insect. Where's mine else that's gone? There's someone blocked it. Sure, I'll post it under the main thing. Let me just have a look. Go back level. Nick. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is the one I did. I don't think there's any edit function, as far as I know, still. So here can they change the original tweet? They can't. So I don't know what GUFON, you can delete it, like I said. You can pin it to your profile, you can mute. But there's no way to... you can add the person to follow. But there's no option to edit, as far as I know. Because I do a lot of typos, right? Anyway, let's just see what GUFON's going to say, and I'll come back to mine.
Oh. They never said this. Never.
They must have, because that's what's in the tweet. They may have reposted it and deleted the old one, but they can't edit. But, isn't that... he ceded it to Mick West, so I don't think they could have changed it, right?
Never. That was thrown in there. Maybe a Mick West has seen comparable pictures. Well, here it is. It looks like a lightning bug, doesn't it? There's the thing that, or a fly, whatever. Or...
Well, it kind of looks like an X-wing, or, I mean, a Y-wing. But when you look at it closer, looks like it's got two long curvy bits at the front, which is like antennas of a bug, or legs of a bug. Depends which way it's going. We're not seeing a video, we're seeing a frame.
It's a UFO. But Mick West said...
So he's saying it's a bug or something, and then he's saying it's a UFO. So isn't that what hoaxers do? Isn't it exactly saying what Blake Cousin does when he analyzes stuff?
In the other pictures you'll see here, he says...
How many people we got on? 4, and only 4 likes.
that they are... this thing is as clear as these. He's saying that this was not that far away because it was just as clear as the branch here off this pine tree or whatever that is. Now let's take a look. This looks pretty clear if you ask me, right? All right. Maybe he's right. There's the plane further away.
So he's attacking Mick West at the start and then he agrees with him.
Boy, that would be awesome if it was a UFO though, right? It could be.
Okay, so he does. So for 1 minute he says it's a bug, and then he says it's a UFO, and then he goes back on saying that Mick is actually correct when he's saying it's wrong to start with. So this guy's all over the place. He's like Mr. Contradiction, isn't he? And now he's saying it could be a UFO, which is playing straight into the what fraud UFO channels do. He's all over the show.
It really could be a UFO.
There you go, look. So he doesn't know. So is it a bug or a UFO, man?
But we don't know.
Well, you don't know.
Because we just don't. Pretty amazing.
And this is the excuse he does with Thirdphase, right? They're not fakers. We don't know. They're correct in what they're saying. They don't know what it is. But sometimes if you do the right analysis and got the right daytime footage, you get more detail than you do with nighttime ones, as we found out. Alright, so what was it? So get rid of that clown for that one anyway. And so I had a look at it. So I took that one here and ran it through some filters to bring out the best I could. And sure enough, now when you do that filter there, you can actually see it looks like it's got legs either side, lower side, and these ones at the top look like antennas, right, as we thought they could be. And it looks like it's got 3 parts to it. It's got a 3-part body, and it looks like a head at the very top there, and now we can actually see what may be reflection of eyes there, and possibly wings behind. So to me it looked like I hovering or speeding past like a wasp. So I looked for a similar position of a wasp. What happened to it? It disappeared. Normally you could click on that and open it, but it's not letting me do it for some reason. So I can get the full picture. It's 2 pictures next door to each other. So let's just load that into Edge, because that's playing up. Okay. So Secureteam, what was that? We were looking at that last time. So he's put up some more Apollo nonsense to look at next time, is it? So that's new. 12 hours ago. Part 2. Stay tuned for part 2. So that might be coming out in the next few days, is it? So we've got some more scratches to look at next time. Okay. So let's post my one and see if I can open up the pictures, because I don't think I saved it, because I didn't think I'd need it. Let's see if this works a bit better. That's working. Okay, so now we got the full picture. So what I did is I found a bee and a very similar, well actually a wasp, very similar. You can see here it sort of fits the same. We've got a leg, we've got leg up here, We've got the antennas going off this way, so for these ones have seemed to be bent in a different direction. We've got the wing, which could be there, and the other wing we're not seeing. We've got the body, long bit here. We've got the abdomen, and we've got the head, and we've got like a little beak on the wasp. I had a little beak, eye obviously. So the beak could be there because it's more turned towards us. So we can't get a exact image, but there is a picture of a wasp with the long body and the wings, and it's a triangle shaped beak. And there's the antennas. That one's got shorter ones than this one up here. But yeah, just I think it's 100% a wasp. What do you reckon, guys? Do you think I nailed it with my enhancements instead of using crazy AI nonsense, right? Can't beat a human brain doing it. And that one should open up too. And there's the branch pine needles, and you can see it does have the same focus point that we were saying. So yeah, it was zooming past the plane, which we didn't actually see because you had to zoom in to see it, but there you go. So edge works alright with it. Oh, that's right. So can't, for some reason I can't click on it. It always closes it. But anyway, yeah, Mick West said it's a bug, but it took me to actually say it's a wasp or a bee, and not a fly. How many people liked it overnight? 0 likes on that one. See, no one cares what I have to say, even if I'm correct. It's Jasper, you still with us? Yeah, I concentrated hard on the right picture only and didn't see the wasps in comparison. You don't see the comparison? Right, you say it is. So you reckon my comparison is definitely a wasp, yeah. In Germany, so obviously, you know, different countries have slightly different shaped wasps or whatever. But, yeah. So either a wasp or a bee, right? You know, I know because I see them outside the window every day because Dad is a beekeeper, right? And I see them in that position outside. So my brain instantly saw it was a bee, but I didn't know what it was until I rotated it, of course, the image around and run the filters on it to bring out more details. But you can see there I sharpened it, and I also run through color swap, and that sort of did the job. Alright, but yeah, if you zoom out down to that level and put a B next to it, it doesn't look as pixelated, right? But anyway, finished with that one. I could have done it live, of course. Okay, so I'm not sure if that guy's got a new part out on that article yet. But we'll just have a look. Part 3 still. I reckon he's being sued or whatever, and he's had to put a hold on it. But we'll see what happens. The frauds don't want him to speak out and tell the truth, of course. That's what it's about. We also have... what's that flashing up? We also have what? Occasional hornets. Yeah, I haven't actually gotten these in. But yeah, it could be hornet. They're very similar, of course, the same body length. So on to the next UFO one. How are we doing for time? I know that toilet one took a wee bit of time there, but already up to 2 hours there. So yeah, another hour or so maximum. Try not to keep going too long this time. But it was fun the last show, wasn't it? And I think 18 Wheelers, if he's still around there, is going to pop on with some more drawings and stuff that he's got. But yeah, I'm just not sure about the Astro Train one not being some sort of military airship with the windows underneath and the big blob at the top being the helium cells. But it doesn't have to be circular. It doesn't have to be round like usual airships, right? Because some of those early drawings that I found, they had like floating buildings, you know, square buildings of airships, you know. They could be any... You've heard about the old sightings of square floating UFOs before, so... But yeah, he's drawn some pictures and we'll go over more of it. Hopefully we'll get him on earlier this time, or a better time slot or something. But yeah, the time slots and working and me doing it in the daytime is complicated, I guess. I don't know. It suits some people, but not others. Whoop, what happened there? But yeah, if you haven't seen the last show, it's a long one, but I have managed to put lots of chapters on it so you can skip through it. So yeah, we're doing more of those, and Gabba is filming orbs at the moment, which we have some debate whether it's LED balloons or not over high winds over a mountain range. But yeah, I told him stop filming orbs and start filming some classical UFO flying hats for a change. We want an up close one, 300 feet away on your 4K camera. What do you got? A P1000. That's 4K, isn't it? Or are they even higher now? They should. I think there'll be another level of Nikon camera coming out soon. It has to be, because the technology has progressed. Where you can have bigger memory cards, you probably could have solid state hard drive in the damn things, and be super light still. That would be the best way to go, wouldn't it? Solid state, download it straight into another solid state, that would be brilliant. So that's why I'm not really in a rush to buy a P1000 or save up for one. That would be my next project, is get a new laptop, then look at a Nikon camera. But yeah, see what new technology comes out maybe next year. Can only get better. Of course, they have really good lenses on those cameras, which makes the hell of a difference, right? So, yeah, I'm not sure if 18 Wheels has actually got a Nikon P900 or 1000, but I think maybe if he filmed the Astro Train with one of those, because I know you can get really good ISO on that with the moon, right? So why couldn't it film that craft flying past them? Yeah, 4K is it? Yeah, I thought it was. So I'm pretty sure they could probably triple that by now. Because the megapixels has really gone up. Hard to catch a UFO only if the UFO is really close. Well, you mean because you zoom in so much, right, and you're trying to follow it, it's going to be really tricky. I think that's why you got to have it on a tripod and remote control it with one of those. Hasn't it got a remote control where you can turn it left and right and up and down? But like I was doing with the add-on thing for putting smartphone on it, something like that. That way you get fine control. But yeah, P is bad and low light. But you can film a full moon pretty well, though. But yeah, the next one's got to be using the new Sony Starlight, hasn't it? So the next Nikon, not Beacon, is going to be really good, I think. And that's only going to get better and better. You cannot see the video in the viewfinder. But if you use it remote control and send the footage to a big screen, right, it'd be something worth trying to do. It's something I probably would do once I get it. Let's see what we can do with it. But yeah, if only if I can win today's lotto. I think it's 25 million. Hey, we could have some fun then. I don't know if you can't see the UFO or not, because you'd have to film it at the same time you film with the other ones and do a comparison. You definitely need tripods for remote control, I think, or just have it locked off, like they do on Ghost Hunters. Yeah, mist is a problem. Well, atmospherics full stop is a problem. But normally when you get up a mountain, right, you get the clearest, and away from city lights, you get the really star-filled, like the Milky Way, like crazy with your own eyes. You think a camera like a Nikon would be able to record it all properly. Yeah, but you find you never got enough equipment though. You always have to keep buying more and more stuff. Anyway, just carry on. Well, we know Tyler could afford it anyway. All that money he gets from his gullible friends. He could probably catch us some real good stuff if he wanted to. Maybe he could head over to 18 Will's house if he was mates with him. But anyway, just carry on. What was the next one? Alright, this one here, it keeps showing this guy, this Australian guy, I think he is, isn't he? Gene Ward, whatever his name is. That's so boring to listen to, and he's showing square rocks on Mars, right? I'll just have a listen. I just want to quickly skim over it under fair use.
Looking at the strange block located to the top left.
It sounds like he's living dead, doesn't he? We're just going to, hang on, I'm just so tired. Hang on, I'm just going to film this 2-inch pebble because it looks rectangular to me. You know, he's Australian though, isn't it? It's Australian accent, isn't it?
I reckon this one's about 30 to 40 centimeters across. And
is that...
Alright, so we know about the types of rock on Mars and Moon, and the asteroids that impact it, and the crystallized rock they tend to have on the surface, which after millions of years cracks and creates straight cuts. Well, almost straight cut. You can see it's not straight though. It fractures like a crystal would. If you can imagine a big crystal of sugar, that would form nice rectangles too, because it's a crystalline formation of elements, right? And that's what you get with certain rocks too. Just scale it up. So he reckons that's 40 centimeters. We have to take his word for it, but does it look like it's something that a human or alien would be carving? Well, if it's meant to be a block, why is the other side all rough? Is my question, right? And could it be the full image? Have we got any missing data there? Is another question. It looks like the full image though on that one. Okay, we'll just carry on. No, what's no? Alright, that was older comment, was it? Even hard to find some stars with the P1000, is it? So you reckon my old $200 cheapo security camera with 20 times zoom, where we can just see stars, it's probably a bit better because it's using the Sony sensor.
Weird looking to you? Does this look...
Does that look weird? No, it looks like a crystallized rock where one side's chipped off and the other side's chipped off.
Odd. I guess that's sand on top of it, huh?
No, it looks like it's got grooves. It's uneven. If it's a cut by a human, it's pretty badly done. It must be done by Stone Age men. It's certainly not cut with a chainsaw or anything. And why only do 2 sides or 3 sides? It might be the other side too. It is weird to see blocks like that, but you do get it on Earth. They always keep saying you don't get right angles in nature, but I've been over this time and time again that you do get right angles. I don't know if I can search it because it took a bit of time to search it. Right angled rocks on Earth. And you always get it around certain regions too, like right angles. There's a lot of right angles there. Oh look, Martians must have built all that, right? You can see this is why this stuff about blocks on Mars is just total bullshit. You know, there's probably flat-sided rocks even on that Arizona there. But yeah, where was the right kind of rocks? There you go. Look, I think that's an island. Look at those right angles, man. Those bloody aliens have been down on Earth carving all that up. Oh look, myth debunked. Now obviously I think humans would have come along and seen something like that and added their own extra carbons on it. So I think that one we can't say is not influenced by man, but these ones are definitely natural, and it's not the only ones too. Mineral properties, there you go. I'm not sure if that's been cut or not either, so we have to look at terrain ones. I know there's more out there. That one looks like it's natural. It's got right angles. It looks very similar to what we were just looking at on Mars. Okay. Stress and strain, you know, high temperatures, volcanic type rock. Right angles in nature. There you go. I'm not sure what that one's about, but that's something new. Triangles. Arrow tips, arrow heads. So someone's put a question mark there, so they're not sure if it's natural or it's been modified by man. But I reckon, you know, why would you carve a rock if you can find one that's sort of crystallized and snapped off that way to make it into a weapon? You would use it, wouldn't you? Save some time. But yeah, there's more out there. I just haven't found it in this search, I don't think. Okay, that looks like natural rocks there. Right angles, there you go. Break it into cubes, there you go. Okay, so let's go back to GUFON. Listen to that nonsense. Zero research, man.
Huh? You think that's sand? That's just filled in the cracks on the top? Bizarre.
Again, the photograph makes it badly, but check out the
Bizarre.
straight lines here, folks.
Not 100% straight, but
Right
still
angle.
very, very angular.
None of them are straight,
Nature as
mate.
well.
I could put a ruler on that whole image and you see it wouldn't be
Strange
straight.
pattern on the top next to this bevel.
What's not very common? Finding 2 rocks with right angles proves nothing really. No, it doesn't. It's not very common. It's in certain regions in volcanic rock, and it's more common. There's some places in New Zealand where you can find those type of rocks, especially since we got volcanoes. Littleton is a volcano, clearly natural, 90% 90 degrees angles. Well, they're not really 100% 90 degrees, but you can see how it's fractured over millions of years.
Next photograph, we're looking at the block over there, folks.
Oh, next photograph we're looking at new blocks of rocks on the Mars. Oh, hang on, I need a boost of energy drink.
On the 31st of July 2022, Sol 35.
This guy showed up a few years ago, and I was commenting on the comments saying, well, that's just bullshit, mate. We don't need none of this in ufology. And he's just growing. How many subscribers has he got now? Probably way more than I have, talking about this nonsense, right? What's his name? Gene. He's probably got a link to him. Let's see. We're going to just do some research on this guy. Gene Ward. Let's see. He's definitely Australian, isn't he? How many subs he got? There you go. He's got way more than I have. Almost 6.3. 1,000 views out of 6,000. That's not terribly great. But yeah, he looks at all this kind of crap, natural formations. So yeah, I wouldn't know where he's located. Gene, it sounds almost like French, doesn't it? Does it say what country it is? Oh, he's got 1 million views, and he started in 2017. Yeah, that would have been right. That's when I first popped onto the scene. So he's got 5 times more views than I have. Talking about this crap here. This rocks. About me, system administrator. Oh, that's a web developer, graphic designer, illustrator in pursuit of justice and full disclosure. He's into bullshit, that's basically. My likes include photography. He hasn't said what country. Oh, South Africa. But he sounds Australian. Is it an South African accent? That's probably why he's blonde-headed, because they've got a lot of Dutch influence over there, haven't they? But anyway, keep an eye on that guy, because he claims to be in for truth, and all he seems to do is make more noise in the system. And we got this idiot GUFON that's promoting him, gaining him more subs probably. He's probably got a lot from Thirdphaseofmoon. Because all GUFON's followers are all from Thirdphaseofmoon, right? Mostly. So they would have subbed to that guy.
549.
Yeah, I don't know. It still sounds Australian to me. You need to make more videos about rocks. Me? Boring. Yeah. I'll be right back. Okay. Haven't got too much to go through here actually. But I haven't looked over anything.
Hello, America. What does this mean? Only 63 thumbs up. Mark this episode for the circle.
Okay, so he's complaining about the lack of lights on his video so far. And it's just been garbage. Anyway, let's give him past and look at Gene's rocks. There we go, we've got another cube, which we've just seen plenty on planet Earth as well. And you can see it's not a perfect right angle side. You can see that's curved in a bit there. So these aliens are not really precise with the laser guns or laser cutting tools, right? And GUFON's going to say it's part of a structure or something, I guess. Let's see.
Meter wide. Check out these strange donut-shaped piece over here on the line.
Okay, so he's worried about these grooves at the top here. But as you saw, there was pictures on Earth just like that at the top here. Look, where you get the grooves, the black layers, and of course that's volcanic rocks, right? You get the grooves. Look, that looks like bricks. I bet that's natural. Yeah, it looks natural, doesn't it? I don't think that's a normal. It could be natural. It could be, it could be man-made. But they got strange shaped blocks. Where's the other one? Volcanic rock one. It's up here somewhere. There you go. You can see the different lines there. Oh, here we go. So if a chunk of that fell off and eroded away, you get similar to what he's got there. I think there was some more. Oh, here we go. So if a chunk of that dropped off, especially that one up the top here, look, looks like some straight edges happening. So what happens on Earth happens on Mars too. It's just garbage.
Corner. So looks as if some bevels.
Oh no, Hello America says my fans don't love me. Why are you ruining the night? So stupid. Dude, you don't know what you're talking about, and nobody's going to listen to you anymore. I'll make sure of it. And
you saw the comment he said at the very beginning of my show, how he attacked me, right? Saying that no one watches me. And someone said it on the side chat straight away, he's attacking them.
Cut into that block.
No negative Nellies.
He should be watching this guy at 2 times the speed because he talks so slow. You'd fall asleep watching him.
And we're looking at the same block. Mast cam.
For Christ's sake, someone sent this guy a year's supply of energy drinks.
I acquired this on the 31st of July 2022.
There we go.
Sold 35.49.
Oh god, it's tedious, man. It's terrible. Let's just carry on. Skim it. Oh, he's back to that one again.
Lines running through there as well.
Oh yeah, lines and layers of crystal rock. Let's just keep on going. So he didn't say in his about thing that he was actually a degree holder in geology and all that sort of stuff. So here we go, we've got some more rocks with one side that looks like it's right angles when it's not. Oh wow, that looks like a face there. Am I seeing pareidola face there? It looks like a giant head. It looks almost like a rugby player. Oh yeah, that must have been a statue of a rugby player. Let's have a listen.
A statue with a face.
That was good timing. I just scrolled right onto it.
Carving of some sort. You never know. Yeah. That stuff could have been buried for 2 billion years, and then it's finally unburied, and we still get to see it.
And that's why this guy is a shill, because clearly it's nothing like a statue. It's just pareidolia. So he uses pareidolia when he's debunking people that he doesn't like, and then other times people that he likes, and he hasn't got any much content to show, like he's showing this guy's bullshit, and then adds all that bullshit comments over top. Yeah, he's not really good for ufology, is he? Here we go again. One of the best UFO videos. Okay, so this is Scott Brando, and we'll carry on. I'll just catch up on the side comment. Anything new there? This space rock is better than Tyler's pirate space cannons. Actually, yeah, you're probably correct there, Gabba. So if that guy could talk a wee bit faster and go through it a bit quicker, it'd be a bit more entertaining, maybe. Gabba Beast is a space shipping container. Eh? I'm not sure what you mean by that. He's a damn Aussie! A damn Aussie! That's what you meant to say. Anyway, let's just go over this one. Of course, we might have problems with it because we might have to load an edge. Let's see. Here we go again. One of the best UFO videos. Absolutely wrong. This one off the first fake videos I already exposed. It was published in 2012, which isn't that long ago actually, but before I started on YouTube, by a YouTube channel Donuts, because Scott was on here a lot longer than I was and debunking stuff. As we know, Donuts are CGI artists. Nico and Marco. Nico and Marco. And this is that think tank guy that GUFON even promotes from TikTok, and the garbage UFO fakes that channel puts up. One of the best videos I ever posted, he says, is think tank occurred on 2016, which is wrong, because as Scott has pointed out, reported on 2020, which is wrong, and apparently someone submitted it to MUFON. So let's play it and have a look, see if you think it's CGI, guys. I'll just zoom in. Clouds so far. Sounds like a normal video, someone filming. You can see the tree moving slightly there. Are we meant to be looking at that? It looks like Gene Ward with the eyebrows in the mouth. Look. Looks like a little head. I love pareidolia. It's the aliens, they left statue in the sky, people. I know it's a UFO sitting there, painting faces in the sky. So what are we going to be looking at? Boring. Have I missed something? Oh, here we go. Yes, it looks very much like those phone apps, doesn't it? But this is before the phone apps. Couple of little white blobs of light. Could be anything at this stage though, but the way it was moving is a bit suspect. And they always have it on a scene where there's not much movement, right? Because it means that they don't have to mask out a lot of stuff on the CGI software. At this stage it could be anything until they give it away with movements. So what are they going to do? One's faded. Oh, one's zooming away. Looks a bit suspect, you know. And it does look like CGI. To me, or what I said, it could also have been like filming through a window, a laser pointer or something, or light source on it. Because it's a lot easier to edit something like that than it is to create CGI. And yeah, he said here, the video not published on any social media, just submitted to MUFON and other reported sites. And in fact, I think I'm the only one to bring it to public. Highly doubt it's CGI. Who said that? Who is the hoax promoter? Replying to, alright. So he's chopped off who it was sent from, is it? Alright, is he repeating what they said? Okay. Don't know why you are tagging knowing hoaxer Scott Brando. I have the raw file, I can send it to you. This video not published on any social media. Okay, he was just repeating what this idiot was saying. And he said that, what time? 30 minutes ago, but we haven't got a date. 16 hours ago, so it must be a recent post, right? And Scott's already posted the 2012 reference in the header, I think. I think it's still on their site. Didn't you have a link to it? Here. Okay, we'll just open that up and have a look. Is it on their channel? Okay, let's have a look. Donuts, yes. Quite a few views there, like Tyler, and it does have the published date here of 2012. So Scott's made this think tank look really stupid. So that one we're finished with. Solved. Okay, so on to third phase now. But what's interesting, I was going to look at this one today, and before the show I noticed, or last night as I was getting prepared for it, I hit play and it comes up here, members only content. Join this channel to get access to member only content, like this video. So it was public domain to start with, and now they've changed the classification to make some money, you know. And you see they're trying to beg everyone to join to get up to 800,000 members. And how many people watched that before they made it into member only? Only got 1.3k likes on it, but they don't show us how many views it got, which is normally like 20,000, isn't it? They might have 800,000 subscribers, but only 20,000 generally watch. So lucky enough, GUFON uses their stuff and he talks about it, so we'll go over it and debunk it. It was a bit of a shame though they didn't leave it up for us to have a watch. So yep, he uses it. Is it muted?
It's spinning!
It's spinning!
What?
Whoa!
Oh, that looks like space. Maybe it's space debris.
Oh yeah, you think?
Putting some slow motion on this, tracking it.
Damn, that's crazy.
Swirly kind of object come into frame.
Yeah, so let's do frame by frame on it, because they don't do that. Looks like it's wobbling around. Certainly looks like a spinning balloon in space so far. So we know there is a lot of space debris, all sorts of tools that sometimes astronauts drop. There you go. Looks like the shape is pretty fixed there, isn't it? But it's spinning. Kind of looks like some sort of wrench. Why has it disappeared on that frame? Where's it gone to? Can't see it now. Lots of frames on. What's happened to it? Has he paused it?
What?
We're slowing it down about.
Oh.
So what happened? It sort of disappeared. So could it be added on? Could it be fake? I don't know. Because now we need to know what the original footage is. Looks like SpaceX. You remember that one that said there was a mouse in space and it was a chunk of ice sliding around on top of the motor? It just shows how well those motors are made. So the heat is always at the rear end and it's not actually going towards the top end of all the structure itself, right? Materials they use. And of course, space is very cold too. So I'll do it frame by frame.
Clock that Einstein used. It's got caught in a time loop.
He does talk a lot of crap, doesn't he? Let's have a look at it again. Let's try and figure it out properly. And just look like it's like a crescent spinning. But one of those bent crescents, if you know what I mean, that you use like undoing wheel hubs on a car. Kind of looks like something like that, doesn't it? Where you got some more torque on it because it's bent. And I do know that SpaceX do have similar clamps on their payloads, right? SpaceX Dragon exploding doors, and they do anchor down the satellites with these straps that do look like that. Whether I can find it live, I don't know. Exploding, I don't know what they call it now, but I have covered it in past live shows. Doors in space. I'm not sure if I've got some images, but this nose cone, they recover, right? It explodes into two halves, and then it comes back to Earth, and they recycle it. Let's see. Alright, the nose cone fires off, and then it's got two side bits. Nose cone fires off, and then it opens up. I think I did it with Nocturnal News's stuff because he was covering it. Nose cone. Where's the side panels? I can't remember what they call it though. It opens up, and then you get to see the payload inside. I thought normally it breaks into two halves, but maybe they've got one that fires off the whole nose cone now. Let's have a look. Keep looking. Here we go. That one's split in half, isn't it? There we go. The nose cone. No. And then you get the little holder thing. Maybe I got the wrong keywords in. Where it splits apart into two halves. And you can see the satellite sit on top, and then they release the pins that hold the satellite on, and it drifts off into space. That's what I was looking for. That one opens up that way and fires off. But that's not the one I was after, I don't think. Let's find the one where he puts the car in it. Car. Let's see if that comes up. Where we see the car on top of the payload area. Here we go. So normally they put the satellite there, right? And it has like side clips. But obviously they had to mount this one slightly different underneath, and it releases the satellite into space. But in this one, the car one gets released, which we don't see, I don't think. It's animation. Some of it is rendered, some of it's actual footage, which is confusing. You can see that these panels are two halves, right, and they wrap around. And you can see how big payload they can have in there. So they can put a car, but they also can put a lot more up, further up. Like unfolding satellites with solar arrays, right? You can see how it closes around it. So they're the two halves they have for this particular payload. And they drop off back to the sea, and they collect them. You can see they could put a heap of stuff in it. It's like a cathedral almost. But yeah, what did one with a satellite payload? Let's try satellite payload. We might be able to see the straps I'm talking about. Party load. Okay, so that one, you can see it tapers off that way. That's a big, there's that nose cone holding that whole satellite up. But there are some straps, straps on it. and it fits inside there, you see. And you can see it closing up that satellite here. They push it together. One of the videos I've seen, you could see them firing off the straps, but yeah, I'm not going to be able to fire. Here we go, look, opens up like that, fires off each side, then the straps release, and then the satellite drifts off. But yeah, I think it was on a video. There you go, releasing it. So need to have a video of it, really. But anyway, that's what I think they are. I think they are the straps, but could be something a spaceman has lost as well. A wrench. Angle. What do you call it? Dog leg wrench or something like that. Tool. Let's see what comes up. Pictures. Okay, that's a normal wrench. I want one that's bent. That one's got a swivel bit on it. I'm pretty sure most of these guys out there have come across one before that I'm talking about. That one's bent in the opposite direction, but it could be something like that. Where the spacemen work on satellites out in space and it slips out of their hand or something. Oh, here we go. That's what I think. Something like this, maybe with a different head on it. What they call that? Whitworth wrenches and socket. It's got a special name for it. See what else we can find. No one curved in the other way. Something like that with a big end and a little end on it. That's what I'm thinking anyway. But anyway, it gives you an idea. So let's keep on watching that.
Across the SpaceX rocket booster as they're launching their Starlink satellites above Earth. We want to thank the YouTube channel It's Ryan, who shared his...
Okay, so it's a close-up there that we really want to get, isn't it?
Out of this world. And guys, I want you to take a close look at this. It happens really fast. We're gonna be
got to slow it right down.
A lot of enhancements, but here it is.
Okay.
Oh, whoa!
This Elon Musk. It's
Keep on going.
Debris from...
Okay, that's not the best image of it, but it looks like that wrench I was showing you of the small end and the big end, and it curves, right? But yeah, not. Was that before or after that?
across
That's...
SpaceX.
That's...
No, that's not gonna list it. Let's see, I have to pin it again.
That Einstein used. It's got caught in a time loop.
This kind of appendage coming off this craft.
Okay, I might be able to get it. Maybe that's the best. They zoomed in a bit more though.
That's SpaceX
this is
as they're launching their
of debris from.
Anyway, I'm gonna have to wrap up soon, guys.
All of the work over there.
I got Brett Cousins here again.
There we go. I might better get it this time.
Brett, what's your
And
thoughts?
it disappeared.
Dang, this is pretty amazing.
So does it go into the darkness there,
Like,
and the
look
camera
at this
doesn't see it
object.
anymore?
It appears from the right angle of this launch, and look at this thing. It comes out.
I guess it might be the best we're going to get. That's crap, isn't it? And it zooms off. That's the best we're going to get it. But yeah, it's just garbage, isn't it? And of course it's members only now. So what are these guys saying? I better catch up on this side chat again. Oop, what's happened here? Okay, red flag. Lots of red flags. These guys are funny. Paywall, warning, red flag. Fake video behind a paywall. Yeah, I wonder how extra money they made. How many members are paying them though? We don't know. They don't tell you. They're not really open like I am. Hitting the road again. I'll be catch these guys later. Okay. No problem. Take care on the road. Yeah, the truckers, I think, were the saviour in the COVID days. It wasn't them. It wasn't for them doing their job and still supplying food to the shopping market. We would be really stuffed. And of course, our parcels. Our parcels really got delayed, especially in America. Okay, so that was it. We're at the end, really. But there was some more on Thirdphase that wasn't on that video. This one here. We got two, actually. Well, let's military chasers. Did we do that one? Let's have a quick look. I need to go toilet. Okay.
Welcome back to Thirdphaseofmoon. Blake Cousins here. We got a special report.
Look at that honest face.
For you. Lots of UFO videos on the table. And tonight's
lots of UFOs, man.
Episode. We're happy to be with you live right here from the big island of Hawaii. Yep, it's live. We see everybody in the chat.
Have we done this one before? It always seems so similar to me. It's always the same garbage. Okay, flying hat. Okay, it's near power lines and looks like it's coming. It looks like a drone, doesn't it? Coming down. That kind of looks like a drone.
Let's look at this once again. The guy's looking over his
Is it a drone? Is it a balloon? Okay. Have we looked at this one before?
shoulder, and then we're looking at something in the sky that right now I can't give you any explanation to what it possibly could be. This video has obviously the red circle.
So that guy's looking up.
Highlighting this object.
Okay, what is it, guys? Did we look at this one before? Kind of looks like a bunch of balloons, doesn't it? Sort of looks bubbly.
But look.
Multiple bits to it.
Right here, we get a good look at this. And this is, again, bizarre. It's almost...
So it could be a bunch of balloons coming down on the angle.
It could be.
And smartphone footage, crap footage again.
I say it's some
out
people
of focus.
Might give me a hard time for.
It's hard to know. Drone or balloons. So yeah, I'm not sure if we looked at that one before. Box end of the wrench. Yeah, you're right. That's what I thought. A lot of mechanics out there probably. But I had a picture of it up there. You probably have to watch when you get home.
For this, but that biological aspect, when I'm looking at this, is something
biological
to my mind here. Look, when we get a good close-up.
I think it's possibly a bunch of Milo balloons myself.
It's not any kind of drone, and again, it almost
I wouldn't rule out drone. It seems to be moving quite fast, but I think that there's a lot of wind there, isn't there? Can we see the trees moving?
Look, that there's these ridges around the craft itself that seem to move.
See, it's on a tilt, and that makes me believe it's most likely a bunch of balloons.
Look at this.
It's tilting downwards and it's drifting along. opposite to a drone, so I would count that out being a drone then, because the drone has to angle the other way to move, doesn't it? This one's tilting like a bunch of balloons.
Let me see if I could get a good pause picture right at the
So drone is definitely not.
best point of it's.
I think it could be higher up than we actually think, and it could be a bunch of round balloons on an angle in the wind, where it's higher wind.
There is one moment of nice clarity, but you can see it undulating right there. There's something going on with this UFO.
Out of
Guys,
focus.
any ideas? Let's see. What are
So why didn't they said it's a bunch of balloons?
Here? I guess Oregon says they're balloons, but again, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very simply, it could be, maybe right, but then again.
Yeah, you can see, look, it looked like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 balloons. And it's quite high up there, I think. And it's not in focus. 18 mils. Yeah. So we'll just wrap up on these last videos anyway. Let's just move on. They're just talking dribble about it. Okay, next one. Let's have a look. Blinking. Not very good quality. So this is the helicopter one. Definitely looks like a tear shape here. Looks definitely a helicopter. Can't hear any sound. Alright, well now we got a flashing tail light. And I see some red there. Again, this is where you need the apps. Okay, you can see it reflecting off water or something with the flashing.
Alright guys, we're going to get a little closer look at this. Again, to the right you see this blinky
yeah, it's a red light,
aircraft, and that is a helicopter. You can see it
reflecting off the water. What's that flash in the wind here? There's something on the edge. There's something up top there.
Nav lights reflecting off the ocean down below, but this
could be a star. Okay, this kind of looks like could be a kite tail.
This is what,
or a balloon, one of those long, lanky tube balloons.
Chasing.
That's sort of bending with the wind.
This is a close-up still. The best I could do.
Could be a kite tail.
To enhance this.
That looks like a kite.
Object that, whatever.
Okay, now we got 2 kite tails. It's one of those kite dragon things, isn't it? Whereabouts was the location? South America, is it? Over there. So, Spanish. So, did he say it was from Jamie Masan?
Whatever the helicopter was in pursuit of. This is it right there.
That looks like one of those kites with 2 tails to me.
So, I'm doing a little bit forward and reverse. It almost has this kind of helix vortex kind of feel to it.
He talks a lot of shit.
Shape. It's green, but then again, this is coming off the original video. I've got a really
looks like something in
look at
wind.
It. There's something very strange.
LED kite with 2
again,
tails.
A helix vortex thing kind of going on. Could that be
kind of going on? Yeah, like 2 tails wrapping against each other. So let's see. Kites. These guys are just don't do any analysis whatsoever. 2-tailed, looks like green kite. Let's have a look. Comes up with that search. So yeah, I don't know if it's a triangle kite or a long thing. Doesn't look like it was that. Could be an octopus kite with multiple tails, but we only saw 2. Here we go. That's more like it with the 2 long green tails. It could be one of these ones. It could be a lead kite. A triangle lead kite with 2 tails. That one's got 3. Just shows you all the variations you can have. Here's one with 2. Looks a bit like that, doesn't it? But all green. Oh, here we go. There we go. That's the one. Except for that's got alternating colour ones. So you can see how it's quite big too. Okay, there we go. That's a close-up of it. So that's my pattern matching mind is thinking. There's another variation that could be something like that too. And of course we want one where it's sort of wrapping around each other, creating the helix. There's one dragon one with a long extra tail that's sort of spinning around. Triple tail. I wonder if there's a video. Video would be good. But you can see where I'm going. Video. Any with 2 tails. 45 inches. And of course we've got a kite bird. It's got 2 long feather things. Let's have a quick look at that one. 20 seconds. It's got 3 tails. I thought it was a video. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Just carry on.
Shake and the undulation of the camera. Look, there it is. Here's the original video.
So this helicopter has nothing to do with the other object, obviously.
There's the green object, and there's the helicopter right behind it.
It looks like it's got a searchlight on the ground, that helicopter.
And then if you look closely to the right, this object, whatever it was, is there, and then it seems to take off and vanish out of sight right there. Did you see that? Let's play that again. So let me just break this down again. There's a helicopter to the right, and then the green spiral shaped object.
There.
And then as we play this, keep an eye on this green object and see on.
So that would be the time when they were doing kite flying in Asia and South America. They have these events where they do that, and that could be like a helicopter that's checking up security at an event, you know, terror.
See how it just kind of dissipates?
Anti-terror
unit. It seems to almost take off at a high rate of speed.
Which means maybe the string broke and it took off, right? If that's the case, but I'm not seeing that in this video. Where does it take off?
There it is. It blinked out of existence. Kind of interesting stuff here.
So that could be that it had LED lights on it that simply lost the battery and it sort of faded away, right? Very quickly.
See the people on the ground were what?
Because it does seem like it's illuminated there. So, well, the spotlight has spotlight on it on the ground, and they turned it off. So yeah, that's nonsense, Blake. Total nonsense. Let's just keep on going.
Wondering what the heck. The lady turned back to the camera person and said, "Did you just see that?" And again, it seems at one point this helicopter, as again you see the nav lights reflecting on the ocean there, or a lake, in hot pursuit of.
Oh, there you go. I picked that up.
A strange organic, green illuminated object.
Which is a green kite, which has obviously got LEDs that batteries ran out or whatever.
Could it be a drone? Obviously it could, but.
So why has he not said kite?
Again, the way it just kind of took off out of sight.
See, he's on purposely trying not to say what it is.
It was very interesting. Let's take a closer look here.
It looks so dishonest when he's talking to you, doesn't he? Anyway, let's just skip on. What else we got?
It going nowhere real fast.
We've talked about these planes, the Piper planes. If you get a head ring that's like 50 knots apparent and it's towing something, they do actually end up hovering in the sky. The air currents obviously under the wings is going to keep it lifted, but if they ain't got enough power on the engines to drag a thing and fly into a headwind, They simply hang in the sky. And I've shown that in past live video, hovering plane or whatever. I don't know if you can find it, but we have found examples. Hovering plane. And my project one could be in that one. Have covered it before. I might be in this one. That looks like a banner plane. Catch up. Let's see. Let's have a quick look. This recycled video, obviously. They have talked about it before. Has that one got the plane analysis? Silver server. Rocket hovering. Silver server 2. White ball of light hovering. String of bright lights. Not sure if it's in that one. What's this one? Plane coming into land with window reflection. So yeah, I don't know if it's in that one, but anyway, I know I have covered it before. If you've been following me for a long time, you would know. But yeah, those little planes can look like they're stored in the sky like a matrix, you know.
Heavy headwinds. Rough journalism states here. Let me see. He said some people are saying it's a windy day. Obviously, this is interesting as we're looking at it.
We don't have banner
If the
planes
headwind matches
in
the
my
airspeed,
city.
It will hover. Yeah, Patrick, I agree with you. It's interesting.
Well, why are you
There's
showing it
banner.
then? Unlest you're showing it for interest's sake, rather than calling it a UFO or matrix or something like that.
Let's see if we can see those trees and see if.
What was this video about? About the helicopter, wasn't it? So yeah, military heli. You don't even know if it was a military helicopter. They didn't prove it on an app or anything to show you that the helicopter wasn't listed or was listed. Either way, chases UFO. Didn't look like it was chasing a UFO at all. But yeah, it hasn't talked about this one.
If it's a windy day or not. But again, it's not budging one single bit. What happens
Here's the banner.
When you run out of fuel?
Well, you crash, obviously. They would release the banner and quickly land on a street somewhere, because those are the little tiny planes, right? Probably find a paddock somewhere and land.
Just unmute yourself, and then
There's got people coming on talking about it.
I think you're going to see a lot more of these.
Okay, this one turned out to be verified fake. Remember, some UFO channel apparently. Some woman went on Fox News, remember, and she was saying, oh yeah, she was talking about the sighting. Turns out that she faked the video using CGI software. I said it could be a reflection of a high mass light, but yeah, you could see the people were acting. Yeah, I said it was staged, remember I said when I first saw it, I said it looks like it's been staged. And possibly a reflection of a high mass light on a piece of glass or something, but I'm not sure if it was done by CGI or whatever, but yes, obviously it was a fake.
Refer everybody to what we posted last week in regards to this one. It's funny, everybody was hoodwinked. They were saying these were drones. They even had
No, I didn't. I pinned it straight away as a fake. So they got the clip where, oh yeah, that was that guy saying it was a drone or something, was it?
Drone swarm.
Yes, some expert is a fake.
And because the girl, let me just put it this way. This is the girl came out today and put out a video on YouTube and admitted the whole thing was fabricated in CGI. And
okay, she said it's CGI, which we can never rule out until you see actual errors, but I didn't want to spend too much time on that obvious fake.
Gravity Propulsion Engineering Conference every 2 weeks. The next one's this Saturday.
Okay, so he isn't going to play the video of the girl. Why aren't they playing it? Because they ain't got permission, I guess. Because she's going to debunk them, I suppose. But basically, she was proving how gullible people were in ufology. Well, it didn't fool us, though, did it, guys? Captured this on Saturday night. Yeah, just keep it to Discord for now, and we'll bring it up in a newer episode. We don't want to really post stuff unless we're talking about it, because it leads people away from the channel instead of finishing off what I'm doing here. But yeah, so we're finished there. Because this one here, now this one here to me looks like a character balloon. I'll just go over it. I haven't really analysed it at all, but to me it looks like one of the character balloons I've seen of various fish that you can buy.
He's coming out of Mexico. Jaime Maussan.
There you go, straight away. Mexico balloon, Jamie Mazan, Mr. Fraud.
Is sharing this video.
So it could be a bird, one of these bird balloons. It could be one of these fish balloons, but we'll just go
right here with us at Third Phase Moon. Take a look at this.
Someone could be on a fishing line, actually.
What the heck?
Because that would be like an ideal balloon to have for fishing, right? You remember they use it off to get their lines out further on the beach. So we've got no map or where it's filmed.
Is going on? Is this some kind of new technology? Some kind of new drone being seen over
this
Mexico?
Guy
This
other
is incredible stuff. We've got Brent Cousins here, and right now we're just kind of breaking.
Oh, well, I got Brent. He's going to solve it.
This down. We've got some videos coming in.
Brent. Oh, no, it's Brett. Brent.
But this one kind of came to the forefront. We decided to share it with you right away. Brent, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, we're going to take a closer look at this, Blake, and see exactly what's going down here. I would like a little bit more information and a longer content, a longer video of what we're looking at here.
So we got some enhancements, or does it prove that it's CGI? Okay, so it kind of looks like one of those guppy fish with a big eye, right? It looks like a mouth of fish with a big eye that you get in one of those small towels. Let me just see if we can find. I've come across it before. Fish balloon. Let's see. Try that first. Of course, we're going to find lots of variations, right? So these are all fish balloons. So you can get shark, seahorse, but these ones are not necessarily helium ones. So you can use it in water, of course, like a swimming pool. But yeah, I was thinking it might be something like this with a small towel. One of these blowfish balloons. "33-inch giant colourful fish balloon." Alright. Shouldn't be too hard to find a match, I would have thought, but yeah, might need a couple hours searching through everything. Okay, this one hasn't got much of a tail on it either. Shark one, it's not. We know it's not a shark one. These ones have got two big tails on it. So what's that one say? Sorted balloons. There you go, look. Look like real fish. Goldfish. Just shows you what you can buy out there. Yeah, if I knew what make of fish it was, we might be able to narrow it down. What's this one here? Dolphins. No, that one's not got too many tails on it. Closest one looked like a blowfish though, but it's not that one. I've seen it before, not that one there, but let's get on the right track. We want one with the big fat end on it. Looks like it's going to take a wee bit longer to pin it, which we haven't got the time, but it's one of these ones here. What's that one say? Balloon fish images. So we're looking at something like that, I think. So that's getting closer. Put some helium in and away she goes. And there's a balloon one. Pufferfish. Yeah, that's right. They are called puffers. Make themselves big and scary. Come on, give us the one we're after. I've seen it before, I know I have. On this angle too, which is, gets you the big mouth, right? The big mouth. Similar to that, cross between the other one, but not got the fins, and it's got this skinny tail on it. I bet someone's using it like a fishing balloon with hooks dangling down. And mixie case, you know. Typical thing that Jamie Mazzan would use. As a UFO video, right? Such shills and frauds we have in ufology, it ruins the whole field. From what you guys are filming, right? So here's another fishing balloon, but that's a fishing balloon kite, and it's got this really strange sail on it, which is really a kite. And so the balloon lifts it up, but the sail keeps it taut against the wind. So you'd have to choose the right wind direction for the day where it's going against the surf, or back of the boat, or they got it on the back of the boat where it's being towed all the time and it keeps it up in the air, but nice and tight so they can see when it bobs up and down when they got some big fish on it. But anyway, that's not what we're looking for. But yeah, it's all part of ongoing research and keeping up with what the crazy thing people use, you know. But yeah, I can't seem to find the one I'm after, but to me it looks like a small finned fish with a big mouth and a big eye.
Let's just take a look for sure right now. Here's a comparison of visual side-by-side characteristics. This has been done in AI, right, Blake? Absolutely.
So it's been done in AI. We just proved at the beginning of this episode with another one with the wasp that enhances things that can actually be misleading. So it looks for edges and sharpens it and all that sort of stuff, and different way to what I would do.
What we're looking at is enhanced footage via AI from the video itself to give you a clear.
So that looks like a black eye there on an angle to me with a white bit going around the outside of it, and that looks like a mouth. It looks like a comical type guppy type fish balloon to me.
Picture AI is going to be involved in right now. This is footage.
AI won't be involved in identifying UFOs because it's misleading. And this one here, this is a repeat of one I already debunked, which is actually a parrot balloon.
I mean, Masan is...
Well, a cockatoo balloon. It's actually one with the painted on legs and the head. And you can see that's a cockatoo type balloon. And there's the beak there, and they're saying this was like an alien craft with aliens inside it, right? Remember that one? Oh, I've gone too big.
Claiming to be something otherworldly.
So there's a parrot balloon. It's got its feet here, which is like a painted on branch. I found one that was very similar to it, right? And I blurred it and all that.
Look at this one from Denver.
We covered this earlier on Thirdphaseofmoon.
Yeah, they're saying, you see the reflection here of the light, they're saying that's open and it's got an alien inside it. Remember they said they could see an alien head?
This year, it does.
But you can see here, it's a parrot tail. And the parrot wing going around this way.
Have this pod-like characteristic.
But you can see how they plant images in your head. Instead of just following the pattern matching and enhancing properly. But you can see here, you can't see much detail, but there's a parrot head and a beak here.
That's why I think Jaime Maussan brought this up in comparison to...
And it was in a location where they got a parrot farm. Remember that? Was it in, didn't they say Denver? We found a Denver zoo where they sold these parrot balloons. But anyway, just carry on. So that one's a fish, that one's a parrot. Anything else? But they'll say, oh no, you can't prove that 100%. Well, no, you can't prove it 100%, but it's top of the list, 99%. And it's not going to be a UFO or aliens
shot that we
But anyway, let's just carry on. Just to show you what sort of crappy cameras people have.
It's quite incredible when you have to maybe contemplate that there is mind, but
admit for being that it's nothing's being created in CGI or in the computer.
No, but they got it on a line. It's probably like advertising, like there might be even be advertising like a fish shop or fish and chips or whatever. But anyway, that's that for today. I think we're done with Third Phase again, and Secureteam for a wee while. But he might be putting out another episode soon, but it looks of it on Twitter. But he's done that before, and it's taken another week or two to post it, you know. And people say, why did it take so long? Anyway, thanks for joining us today, and we'll see what comes up for the weekend. Not sure if 18 Worlds wants to do another weekend or not, but we'll see how it goes, and you can contact me on Discord and work out a time that he's definitely going to be free this time. Hopefully not so late in the day like right now, really. It's nearing dinner time here, so I better get going. Thanks for joining us though, guys, and interacting on the side chat. Stingray, what's that about Stingray? I didn't see a Stingray. You reckon a Stingray looking on the top down on the side of it? I don't think so, because you can see it looked three-dimensional. So we could see at least two sides of it. But anyway, so good night. And run up the credits. Good night all. Have a good night yourself. And if you missed the beginning, go back and re-watch it. And yeah, looks like we had a few drop-bys and goes, because maybe they're going to bed, I don't know, I'll watch it later. They wait for me to put chapters on, I guess, I don't know. But yeah, my job's not done. Normally it takes another 4 hours at least after the show to download it, re-upload it, create chapters, blah 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 blah. Anyway, thanks Gabba, thanks 18 Wells, thanks, I don't think we see Blue Chicken today. He might be working. Who else was with us today? Some guy that was trolling, saying the Concorde wasn't LINT, which it is. So I don't care what they say. 100% sure it's LINT. So yeah, we'll just carry on. Okay. And end credits. I should use this more though through the episodes, but one day if you've got any emanations that you want to add to the show, I can add it to my control panel. Oh, I think it might be a bit loud. There we go. Better get running. Take care on the road, 18 miles. And Countryman was the other person that dropped on first. Hope you get better, mate, if you're still watching. Try the juice. You never know, it might help you as well. It's helping me anyway. So, we must have done at least 3 hours or so. We'll see when it ends. Hey, ending.